Hello, hello, hello. Those who have joined the class, please comment whether audio and video is proper or not. In the previous session, we have completed mathematics of finance and sequence and series. Okay, and now in this session, we will complete the remaining chapters of business mathematics, and also I will take the remaining chapters of statistics too. Those who have joined this session, please comment in the chat box whether audio and video is proper or not. Okay. Now in this session, what we are doing, see, I will take questions from past year papers and from study material, and with the help of those questions, we will complete the chapters. Okay. Also, if any concept is required, so for that, what I will do, I will open my revision notes, and from that revision notes, I will make you understand the concepts also. Okay. But predominantly in this session, what we will be doing, we will be solving questions from the past year papers and the study material, and the chances of asking these questions are extremely high in your exam. Okay. See, I have opened this past year paper, and from this past year paper, we will be solving the questions of ratio, proportion, indices, and logarithm. Okay. All of you read this question number 2. The sum of three numbers is 98. If the ratio of first to second number is 2:3 and that of second to third is 5:8, then the second number is. Okay, this question is very simple question. See how to get the answer for this question. Let's say first number is A, second number is B, and third number is C. So it is given in question that A is to B is what? 2:3. Okay, this is given in question that A is to B is 2:3, and also it is given in question that B is to C is what? 5:8. Okay, A is to B is 2:3 and B is to C is what? 5:8. Now tell me how to find A is to B is to C. If we know A is to B and B is to C, how to find A is to B is to C? Very simple. Here A is to B is to C. This will be what? 2 multiplied by 5 is what? 10. Okay, we have to multiply 2 and 5, which is what? 10. Then we have to multiply 3 and 5, which is what? 15. And after that, we have to multiply this 3 and 8. So 3 multiplied by 8 is what? 24. A is to B is to C is what? 10 is to 15 is to 24. It is given in question that sum of three numbers is what? 98. Let's say first number is 10k. You can take first number as 10k. Second number you can take as 15k. And third number you can take as 24k. Okay. 10k, 15k and 24k. It is given that sum of these three numbers is what? 98. So 10k plus 15k plus 24k is equals to what? 98. Now what is 10 plus 15 plus 24? This is what? 49. So 49k is equals to 98. So what is the value of k? 98 divided by 49 is what? 2. What they have asked? They have asked us what is the value of the second number. Second number is what? 15k. So what is the answer? 15 multiplied by 2. Okay, 15 multiplied by 2 is equals to what? 30. Which option is correct? Option B. I hope all of you have understood this, how to solve this type of questions. Okay. Now see, this question number 3 is based on logarithm. The previous question which we have solved, this question was based on ratio and proportion. Now this question number 3 which we are solving, this question is based on logarithm. Okay. Before starting with this question number 3, first quickly we are revising all the properties of logarithm. Okay, first quickly we are revising all the properties of logarithm. Tell me what is log m plus log n. It will not take more than 2 minutes to revise all the properties of logarithm. Tell me what is log m plus log n. And if base is not written, okay, we are assuming that base of both the logarithms is same, and that is what? A. So log m to the base a plus log n to the base a. This is equals to what? Log m multiplied by n to the base a. If base is same and we are adding the logarithms, it means we have to multiply the numbers. Now second property is log m to the base a minus log n to the base a. This is equals to what? Log m divided by n to the base a. Third property is log m to the power n to the base a. This we can write as what? N multiplied by log m to the base a. All of you are able to recall these properties or not? After this, log m to the power n to the base a to the power b. This we can write as what? How to write log m to the power n to the base a to the power b? This we can write as n upon b multiplied by log m to the base a. Okay. Next thing is log 1 is what? The value of log 1 to the base anything. Okay, log 1 to the base a is what? 0. Okay. After this, if base and number is same, then the value of logarithm is what? 1. Okay, log a to the base a is equals to 1. Log a to the base a is equals to 1. And the last property is you can write log m to the base a as log m to the base n divided by log a to the base n. This property of logarithm is called as property of change of base. Okay, we can write log m to the base a as what? Log m to the base n divided by log a to the base n. Okay, so we have revised all the properties of logarithm. Now, based on these properties, whatever questions they have asked in past year papers, quickly we are solving those questions. All of you read this now. Question number 3. What they have given here? Log a plus b by 4 is equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied by log a plus log b. If base is not given in question, okay, if base of the logarithm is not given in question, always assume that base of logarithm is what? 10. Okay. Now here see how to solve this question. It is given that log a plus b upon 4 is equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied by log a plus log b. Here we have to take base of both the logarithms as 10. Base is same and we are adding the logarithms. It means we have to multiply this a and b. So we can write it as 1 upon 2 multiplied by log AB. Okay, I hope all of you have understood this step. Okay, now see, we can write the next step as log A plus B upon 4 is equals to, we can take this number 1 by 2 inside the logarithm. Okay, if we are taking this number inside the logarithm, we have to write this 1 by 2 in the power of AB. Okay, I have already taught in class this thing that if any number, okay, if any number is there before the logarithm, okay, then what we have to do? We have to take that number inside the logarithm, and by taking that number inside the logarithm, we have to write that number in the power. So we can write it like this way now: log AB to the power 1 by 2. Now see, we can write it like this way: log A plus B by 4 is equals to log AB to the power 1 by 2. Base of both the logarithms, we have to take it as 10. Now base of both the logarithms is same, so what we can do, we can equate this thing. A plus B upon 4 is equals to what? AB to the power 1 by 2. So I can write this thing now: A plus B upon 4 is equals to AB to the power 1 by 2. Okay, we can write it now. This step, A plus B is equals to what? 4 multiplied by AB to the power 1 by. Now what we can do here, we can take square on both the sides. Okay, we can take square on both the sides. So by taking square on both the sides, what we will get? A plus B whole square is what? A square plus B square plus 2AB. And what is the square of this thing? Okay, 4 square is what? 16. And AB to the power 1 by 2 square is what? AB. So we can write it as 16AB. All of you have understood this thing? Okay, we have taken square on both the sides. We have taken square of left hand side as well as right hand side. A plus B whole square is what? A square plus B square plus 2AB, and 4 multiplied by square root of AB whole square is what? 4 square is 16 and square root of AB square is what? AB. Okay. Now see, we have got the value of A square plus B square. What is A square plus B square? 16AB minus 2AB is what? 14AB. A square plus B square is 14AB. What they have asked in question? They have asked us the value of A by B plus B by A. You have to find the value of this thing, A by B plus B by A. Now, we have to do the cross multiplication. A by B plus B by A. Do the cross multiplication. A multiplied by A is what? A square. B multiplied by B is what? B square. A square plus B square divided by AB. A square plus B square, we can write it as what? 14AB. So 14AB divided by AB. This is equals to what? 14. Which option is correct? Option B. This question is very, very important. Okay. Now after this, see, we are solving question number 4th. 4 to the power x is equals to 5 to the power y is equals to 20 to the power z. This question is based on indices. If 4 to the power x is equals to 5 to the power y is equals to 20 to the power z, we have to find the value of z. Now see how to solve this question. All of you please look at this screen. What we have to do, see, 4 to the power x is equals to 5 to the power y is equals to 20 to the power z. This is equals to what? K. Okay, already we have solved this type of question in exercise also. Okay, in this type of questions, what we have to do, we have to equate this with constant k. Now find the value of 4 in terms of k and x, find value of 5 in terms of k and y, and find value of 20 in terms of k and z. We can directly write here that 4 to the power x is equals to k. What we can write, 4 is equals to what? K to the power 1 by x. Clear? 4 to the power x is equals to k. So we can write the value of 4 as what? K to the power 1 by x. Now similarly tell me 5 is what? K to the power 1 by y, and 20 is what? K to the power 1 by z. Okay. Now how to make equation here? You can see here that the numbers are what? 4, 5 and 20. If we multiply this 4 and 5, what we will get? 20. Okay, so we can make equation here like this way. 4 multiplied by 5 is equals to what? 20. So k to the power 1 by x multiplied by k to the power 1 by y is equals to 20. We can write as what? K to the power 1 by z. Now apply the law of indices here. Okay, you have to apply the law of indices here, that if base is same and we are multiplying the numbers, then we have to add the powers. Okay, in laws of indices we have seen this thing, that a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n, this we can write as what? A to the power m plus n. So if base is same, here you can see that the base is same and we are multiplying the terms, it means what? We have to add these powers. So k to the power 1 by x multiplied by k to the power 1 by y, this we can write as what? K to the power 1 by x plus 1 by y is equals to k to the power 1 by z. Now you can see that the base is same on both the sides of the equation. It means we can equate these powers. Okay, we can equate these powers. So 1 by x plus 1 by y is equals to 1 by z. 1 by x plus 1 by y is equals to 1 by z. Now 1 by x plus 1 by y, this we can write as what? Y plus x upon xy is equals to 1 by z. They have asked us the value of z. So what is the value of z? Take reciprocal. We take reciprocal of this. What is the reciprocal? Xy upon x plus y. This is the answer. Z is equals to xy upon x plus y. Which option is correct? Option D. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. All of you are understanding this thing or not? These questions are, you can say, important questions, because I am taking these questions from the May 2025 paper. And all of you know this thing, that May 2025 paper is considered as the toughest paper. So if you are able to get the answer for these questions, the questions which were there in the September 25 paper or September 24 paper or Jan 25 paper, those questions were simple as compared to the questions which they have asked in the May 2025 paper. Okay, why these questions are difficult? Because you can get the answer of these questions by applying the complete steps. Okay, here you cannot get the answer directly. Okay, without applying the complete process you cannot get the answer. So you have to solve this question completely, and to solve this question properly it will take 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, like that way. Okay, now see, I am taking one question. This question you can mark as very, very important. They have not given any question of this type in exercise. Okay, but they can ask this type of question in your paper also. This question is based on ratio. All of you first read this question, and after that I will explain you the concept which we have to apply to get the answer. A startup business was initiated by an entrepreneur by investing 1,40,000 rupees. His friend joined him after 6 months with an amount of 2,10,000 rupees. Thereafter, an angel investor joined them with 2,80,000 after another 6 months. What should be the ratio of distribution of total earnings 3 years since beginning of business among entrepreneur, his friend and angel investor? Okay, entrepreneur has invested how much rupees? 1,40,000 rupees, and this 1,40,000 rupees was invested for the entire time period of 3 years. Okay, so 1,40,000 multiplied by 36. In order to find the profit sharing ratio, what we have to do? We have to find the capital employed multiplied by time period. Okay, so capital employed is what? 1,40,000. Entrepreneur has invested 1,40,000 rupees, and this 1,40,000 rupees was invested for the entire time period of 3 years. 3 years we can write it as what? 36 months. Okay, now for this angel investor, okay, first I am writing for angel investor. So angel investor has invested how much amount? 2,80,000 rupees. Okay, so I am writing here 2,80,000. Time period we will write afterwards. And friend of entrepreneur, okay, has invested how much rupees? 2,10,000 rupees. So I am writing here 2,10,000 rupees. Okay. Now read this line. His friend joined him after 6 months with an amount of 2,10,000 rupees. If entrepreneur has invested 1,40,000 rupees for 36 months, it means his friend has invested 2,10,000 rupees for how many months? 30 months. Because entrepreneur's friend has invested 2,10,000 rupees after 6 months. So this 2,10,000 rupees was invested for time period of 30 months. Okay. And angel investors joined after another 6 months. It means this 2,80,000 rupees is invested for how many months? 36 minus 6 minus 6. So what you will get? 24. Okay, multiplied by 24. I hope all of you have understood this step. This is the profit sharing ratio. Okay, how to find profit sharing ratio? Capital employed multiplied by time period. Okay, you have to write capital employed of each of the persons, and then you have to write the time period for which that amount is invested for each of the persons. Now you can easily find the profit sharing ratio. Okay, here you can see that these 3 zeros will get cancelled. So 140 multiplied by 36, 30 and 24. Okay, all these numbers are divisible by 6. 140 multiplied by 6 is to 210, or you can eliminate the 4 zeros. Okay, you can eliminate these 4 zeros here. Here also you can eliminate these 4 zeros, and also here you can eliminate these 4 zeros. So 14 multiplied by 6, 14 multiplied by 6, then 21 multiplied by 5, and 28 multiplied by 4. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36, 6 multiplied by 5 is 30, and 6 multiplied by 4 is what? 24. Okay, and we have eliminated the 4 zeros from 1,40,000, 2,10,000 and 2,80,000. Okay, now see what we are getting. 14 multiplied by 6, then 21 multiplied by 5 and 28 multiplied by 4. Again you can see here that 14, 21 and 28. Okay, 14, 21 and 28. These three numbers are divisible by 7. So what you can write? 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. So 2 multiplied by 6 is to 3 multiplied by 5 is to 4 multiplied by 4. Okay, 7 multiplied by 2 is 14, 7 multiplied by 3 is 21, and 7 multiplied by 4 is 28. What is the profit sharing ratio in simplest form? 12 is to 15 is to 16. I hope all of you have understood this step. Okay, 12 is to 15 is to 16. Okay, which option is correct? Option B. This is very, very important, and they have not given many questions of this type in exam. Okay, this question was asked for the first time, I think, in May 2025 paper. Okay, so in order to find the profit sharing ratio, what you have to do? You have to write the capital employed of each of the persons, and then you have to multiply that capital employed with the time period for which that amount is invested for each of the persons, and that will give you the profit sharing ratio. Clear? Okay. I am taking one more question. This question number 5, 6, okay, 7 and 8. These 4 questions are from equations. Question number 5, question number 6, question number 7 and question number 8. These 4 questions are from equations. So they have asked only 4 questions from ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm in May 2025 paper, and we have solved all these 4 questions now. Okay, now I am moving to the next past year paper. Wait a second. Okay, see, in this paper, all of you first quickly solve this question number 2. You have to find mean proportional between 12x square and 27y square. Okay, you have to find mean proportional between 12x square and 27y square. How to find mean proportional? How to find mean proportional? We have to multiply these two numbers, and then we have to take the square root of it. Okay, so 12x square multiplied by 27y square, and then we have to find the square root of it. What is 12 multiplied by 27? 324. Correct. And what is the square root of 324? 18. Square root of x square is what? X, and square root of y square is what? Y. What is the answer? 18xy. Which option is correct? Option A. Okay, and I think same question is there in the exercise also. Okay, they have given the exact same question in the exercise also. Now solve this question number 1. The ratio of income of A and B is 5:4 and their expenditure is 3:2. If at the end of each year both the person saves 1600 rupees, then the income of A is. This question is also very, very simple question. See what they have given here. Ratio of income of A and B is what? 5:4, and the expenditure ratio is what? 3:2. it is given that at the end of each year, both the person saves 1600 rupees. You have to find the income of person A. Okay. Now see how to get the answer for this question. Let's say income of, okay, income of A and B is what? 5A and 4A. And expenditure of A and B is what? 3B and 2B. Okay. Income minus expenditure gives us what? Saving. Okay. Income minus expenditure gives us saving. So I can write these equations now. 5A minus 3B. Income of person A is 5A and expenditure of person A is what? 3B. So 5A minus 3B is what? 1600. Also they have given one more thing, that 4A minus 2B is also equals to what? 1600. Okay, this thing is given in question, that savings of both the persons is what? 1600 rupees. And how to find savings? Income minus expenditure gives us saving. Okay, now we can do here one more thing. See, 5A minus 3B is equals to what? 4A minus 2B. Okay, 5A minus 3B is equals to what? 4A minus 2B. So I am writing this thing now. 5A minus 3B is equals to 4A minus 2B. This 4A, when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 4A. And this minus 3B, when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Plus 2B. So 5A minus 4A is what? A. And minus 2B plus 3B is what? B. So what we are getting? A is equals to B. Okay, A is equals to B. Now see, I am taking this equation now. Okay, I am taking this equation. 5A minus 3B is equals to what? 1600. So 5A minus, instead of B, what I am writing? A, because already we have got this thing that A is equals to what? B. Instead of B now, what I am writing? A. So 5A minus 3A is equals to what? 1600. What we are getting? 2A is equals to 1600. What is the value of A? Value of A is what? 800. What they have asked in question? They have asked us the income of A. Okay, they have asked income of person A. What is the income of person A? 5A. Okay, income of person A is what? 5A. Put value of A as 800. What is the answer? 5 multiplied by 800 is what? 4000. Which option is correct? Option C. Option C is the correct answer. All of you have understood this thing? Okay. Now see, I am moving to the next question. Question number 4. What is the value of x power b by x power c whole to the power b plus c minus a multiplied by x power c by x power a whole to the power c plus a minus b multiplied by x power a by x power b whole to the power a plus b minus c? This question is based on indices. Now see how to solve this thing. X power b by x power c. This we can write as what? If base is same and we are dividing the terms, then we have to subtract the powers. So we can write it like this way. See, x to the power b minus c and whole to the power b plus c minus a. Now we also know this law in indices, that a power m to the power n is equals to what? A power m multiplied by n. A power m to the power n is what? A power m multiplied by n. So similarly now, in order to find the value of this thing, what we have to do? We have to multiply these two powers, b minus c multiplied by b plus c minus a. Okay, quickly find the value of this expression. So x to the power b minus c multiplied by b plus c minus a. Okay, b minus c multiplied by b plus c. You can find the value of this thing orally. B minus c multiplied by b plus c. This is in the form of a plus b multiplied by a minus b, which is what? A square minus b square. So b minus c multiplied by b plus c is what? B square minus c square. So I can write it like this way. See, x to the power b square minus c square. After this, b multiplied by minus a is what? Minus ab. And minus c multiplied by minus a is what? Plus ac. Plus ac. This is the value of first term. Now similarly, you have to find the value of second term and third term. Okay, you have to find the value of the second term as well as the third term. Okay, now tell me what is the value of second term. See, I am writing here x to the power c minus a whole to the power c plus a minus b. This x to the power c by x to the power a, this we can write as what? X to the power c minus a. Okay, and whole to the power c plus a minus b. Now c minus a multiplied by c plus a, this we can write as what? X to the power c square minus a square. C minus a multiplied by c plus a, this is what? C square minus a square. And now c multiplied by minus b is what? Minus bc. And minus a multiplied by minus b is what? Plus ab. Plus ab. Okay, now we are finding the value of this third term. We can write this thing as what? See, x to the power a minus b whole to the power a plus b minus c. Now a minus b multiplied by a plus b is what? A square minus b square. So we can write the third term as x to the power a square minus b square. Now a multiplied by minus c is what? Minus ac. And minus b multiplied by minus c is what? Plus bc. Okay. And we have to multiply these three terms. We have to multiply these three terms. You can see that the base of all these three terms is what? Same. It means we can add the powers. Okay, we can add these powers. After adding all these powers, see what we are getting. X to the power b square minus c square minus ab plus ac. After that, plus c square minus a square minus bc plus ab plus a square minus b square minus ac plus bc. You can see here that this b square and minus b square, this gets cancelled. Minus c square plus c square, this gets cancelled. Minus a square plus a square, this also gets cancelled. After this, minus ab plus ab, this gets cancelled. Minus bc plus bc, this also gets cancelled. And plus ac minus ac, this also gets cancelled. What is the answer? X to the power 0, which is equals to 1. Okay. In exam, you can get the answer directly also. Okay. I have explained this thing in class also, that if you see a cyclic expression, okay, if you see a cyclic expression in indices, the answer is always 1. Okay. Because here, if you add the powers, you will get the addition of powers as 0. And any number to the power 0 is equals to what? 1. Okay. So whenever you see a cyclic expression in indices, always you will get the answer as 1. Clear? So your answer is option D. Now solve this question number 3. Okay. How to solve this question number 3? See, first you have to find the value of this term. Okay. How to find the value of this term? First you have to find log 256 to the base 4. Okay. Log 256 to the base 4. What is the value of log 256 to the base 4? You can write 256 as what? 4 to the power 4. Okay. You can write this 256 as what? 4 to the power 4. So the value of this complete thing is what? 4. Okay. We can write 256 as 4 to the power 4. So the value of this complete thing is 4. Okay. The value of this complete thing is 4. Now find log 4 to the base 2. Okay. Log 4 to the base 2. We can write 4 as what? 2 square. Okay. We can write 4 as what? 2 square. So the value of log 4 to the base 2 is what? 2. Log 4 to the base 2 is what? 2. Now what is the value of log 2 to the base 2? If number and base is same, then the value of logarithm is what? 1. Okay. So the value of this complete term is what? 1. Okay. Log 2 to the base 2 is what? 1. Now find the value of this term. 2 multiplied by log 2 to the base root 2. How to find the value of this term now? All of you look at this screen, see. 2 multiplied by log. This we can write as what? This 2. Okay. This 2 we can write as what? Root 2 square. Okay. I am writing this 2 in terms of base. So we can write 2 as what? Root 2 square. And the base is what? Root 2. Now this 2. Okay. This 2 which is in power, it will come outside the logarithm. So 2 multiplied by 2 is what? 4. And log root 2 to the base root 2 is what? 1. Okay. If number and base is same, then the value of logarithm is what? 1. So what we are getting? 4. The value of this complete term is what? 4. Okay. And the value of this complete term is what? 1. So what is 1 plus 4? 5. Which option is correct? Option C. All of you have understood this thing? If you have any of the doubt, you can ask in chat box. And those who have joined this session, please like the video. Okay. If you are finding this session useful, please like the video. And also share it with your friends. The questions which we are solving now, all these questions are from past year papers. And if you are solving, let's say 20-25 questions from the past year papers of ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm, most of the questions which you will see in your paper, okay, the question will be of similar, you can say, difficulty level. Okay. And by solving these questions, most of the concepts are getting covered. Okay. At the time of solving these questions, already we are applying the laws of indices, properties of logarithm, all these things. Most of the concepts are getting covered here itself. There were 4 questions only from this chapter, ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm, in this paper also. Okay. Now, see, I am taking one more paper from which we will solve questions of ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. 1 second. One of the student has doubt in question number 4. Question number 4. This question number 4, see what we have to do. X to the power b by x to the power c. if base is same and we are dividing the terms, it means what? We have to subtract the powers. Okay, already we have seen this law in indices that a power m divided by a power n is what? A to the power m minus n. So similarly here, x power b by x power c, this is what? X to the power b minus c. Clear? Now there is one more power here outside, b plus c minus a. So x power b minus c whole to the power b plus c minus a. Now again we have to apply one more law of indices, that a power m to the power n is what? A power m multiplied by n. So we have to multiply these two powers, b minus c multiplied by b plus c minus a. Okay. Now see, b minus c multiplied by b plus c is what? B minus c multiplied by b plus c is what? B square minus c square. Already we know this identity that a minus b multiplied by a plus b is what? A square minus b square. So similarly, b minus c multiplied by b plus c is what? B square minus c square. Now we have to multiply this b with minus a, which is what? Minus ab. And then we have to multiply this minus c with minus a, which is what? Plus ac. Clear? So this is x to the power b square minus c square minus ab plus ac. Similarly, now you can find the value of this second term and then you can find the value of this third term. Okay, in this similar manner. The value of the second term, you will get it as x to the power c square minus a square minus bc plus ab. And the value of the third term, okay, value of the third term, you will get it as x to the power a square minus b square minus ac plus bc. Now we have to multiply these three terms. Okay, we have to multiply these three terms. You can see that the base of all these three terms is what? Same. And we are multiplying the terms. It means we have to add the powers. And when we are adding these powers, what we are getting? We are getting 0. Okay, the addition of all the powers is what? 0. And any number to the power 0 is what? 1. Okay, so which option is correct here? Option D. Dhanalakshmi, now you have understood this thing or not? Have you understood this thing now? Okay, and I have given one shortcut also, that whenever you see cyclic expression, okay, whenever you see cyclic expression in indices, always your answer is what? 1. Okay, here why I am saying that this is cyclic expression, you can see here that b minus c, b plus c. Here then you can see c minus a, c plus a. Here then you can see a minus b, a plus b. Okay, so this is cyclic expression. Okay, so whenever you see question of indices in which cyclic expression is there, always you will get the answer as 1. I hope now you have understood this question number 4th. Okay, now we are solving some questions from another past year paper. 1 second. Okay, see, I have opened this question paper. This is question paper is of, I think, September 25 attempt. Okay, this question paper is of September 25 attempt, and we are solving all the questions which they have asked from the ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm chapter. So first, try to get the answer for question number 1. Log 4 to the base x plus log 16 to the base x plus log 64 to the base x is equals to 12. Log 4 to the base x plus log 16 to the base x plus log 64 to the base x, this is equals to 12. We already know this property of logarithm, that if base of logarithm is same and we are adding the logarithms, log m to the base a plus log n to the base a, this is equals to what? Log m multiplied by n to the base a. Apply this property of logarithm on the left hand side. You can see that base of all the logarithms is same. So we can multiply these numbers. Okay, multiply this. 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64. Or instead of multiplying this, write it like this way: 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64. Okay, log 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64 to the base x is equals to 12. Log 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64 to the base x is equals to 12. Now what we can do? We can convert this logarithm in indices form. Okay, we can convert this logarithm in indices form. How to convert logarithm in indices form? See, if I am writing log m to the base a is equals to k. Okay, log m to the base a is equals to k. How to convert it in indices form? You can write it as m is equals to what? A to the power k. Log m to the base a is equals to k. So we can write it as what? M is equals to a to the power k. Applying the same logic here, how to write it in indices now? We can write it like this way. See, 4 multiplied by, see, I am writing it downside, 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64 is equals to what? X to the power 12. 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64 is what? X to the power 12. Clear? Now, if you want, you can do the multiplication of these three numbers. What you will get? 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 64 is what? 4096. Okay, if you want, you can write this thing now. 4096 is equals to what? X to the power 12. And after that, now what you can do? You can use the options. Okay, you can check which option is satisfying this equation. Okay, which option is satisfying this equation? Very good. The answer is what? Option B. Okay, by putting the value of X as 2, you will get 4096. 2 to the power 12 is what? 4096. Okay, or there is one more way. What you can do here? See, there is one more way here. What you can do? You can write 4 as what? 2 square. You can write 16 as what? 2 to the power 4, and you can write 64 as what? 2 to the power 6. Okay, 4 you can write as 2 square, 16 you can write as 2 to the power 4, and 64 you can write as what? 2 to the power 6. Now 2 square multiplied by 2 to the power 4 multiplied by 2 to the power 6. This you can write as what? 2 to the power 12. You can see here that the base is same and we are multiplying the terms. It means we have to add these powers. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 is what? 12. So 2 to the power 12 is equals to X to the power 12. Now you can see that the power is same on both the sides of the equation. So we can equate the base, and by equating the base, what we are getting? X equals to 2. Which option is correct here? Option B. Okay. Jaya Kumari has given the correct answer. Okay. 2. Option B is the correct answer. Very good. You can try now this question number 3. This question number 3 is also based on property of logarithm. Okay. This question number 3 is again based on the property of logarithm. So we have to find the value of this expression. See how to solve this thing. Here, what we can do? See, log square root of a, then this complete square root, a multiplied by this complete square root, a multiplied by this complete square root, and again square root. What we can do? See, here this square root of a, this we can write as what? A to the power 1 by 2. Okay. Now, a multiplied by a to the power 1 by 2 is what? A to the power 3 by 2. You have to do the calculations fast here. So, a multiplied by a to the power 1 by 2. This square root of a, this square root of a we can write as what? A to the power 1 by 2. Now, a multiplied by a to the power 1 by 2 is what? A to the power 3 by 2. Clear? I am writing here square root of a to the power 3 by 2. Okay. Now, this square root of a to the power 3 by 2, this we can write as what? A to the power 3 by 2 to the power 1 by 2, which is what? A to the power 3 by 4. A to the power 3 by 4. This a to the power 3 by 4 is the value of this thing, which I have highlighted with red color. Okay, the portion which I have highlighted with red color, the value of this thing is what? A to the power 3 by 4. Clear? Now again, we have to multiply this a to the power 3 by 4 with what? A. Now a multiplied by a to the power 3 by 4. A multiplied by a to the power 3 by 4. What we will get? A multiplied by a to the power 3 by 4 is what? A to the power 7 by 4. And this thing is also there in square root. Okay. So, in order to remove that square root sign, what we have to write? We have to write 1 by 2 in the power. So, what we are getting now? A to the power 7 by 8. A to the power 7 by 8. This a to the power 7 by 8 is the value of the portion which I have highlighted with pink color. Okay. The portion which I have highlighted with pink color, the value of this pink color portion is what? A to the power 7 by 8. Okay. Now, we have to multiply this a to the power 7 by 8 with a. So, a multiplied by a to the power 7 by 8. What you will get? 1 plus 7 by 8 is what? Okay. 15 by 8. Here base is same and we are multiplying the powers. It means what? We have to add the powers. Base is same. Okay. And we are multiplying the terms. Okay. We are not multiplying the powers. Base is same and we are multiplying the terms. So, what we have to do? We have to add the powers. So, 1 plus 7 by 8 is what? 15 by 8. And this complete thing is again in square root. Okay, this complete thing is again in square root. In order to remove that square root sign, what we have to do? We have to write 1 by 2 in the power. We have to write 1 by 2 in the power. So what we are getting? A to the power 15 by 16. A to the power 15 by 16. The value of the portion which I have highlighted with green color is what? A to the power 15 by 16. Now see, the final answer is what? Log a to the power 15 by 16, and base is what here? Base is what? Square root of a. This we can write as what? A to the power 1 by 2. Now both of these powers will come outside the logarithm. So 15 by 16 divided by 1 by 2 multiplied by log a to the base a. This 2 will come in the numerator. and this 16 will come in the denominator. So 15 multiplied by 2 is what? 30 upon 16, and log a to the base a is what? 1. Now 30 by 16, this we can write as what? 15 by 8. 2 multiplied by 15 is what? 30, and 2 multiplied by 8 is what? 16. What is the answer? 15 by 8. Which option is correct? Option C. Option C is the correct answer. No doubt this question is time consuming. Okay, this question is time consuming, but if you are applying each and every property of logarithm carefully here, and if you are not making any silly mistake, you can get the answer for this question. Okay, but I've already told you that what should be your approach. In initial 1 hour, you have to target 55 to 60 questions. Okay, so in that initial 1 hour, you can skip this question number. Okay, if this question comes in exam, what you have to do? You have to skip this question. Okay, instead of solving this question number 3, what you can do? You can try some simple questions from business mathematics and complete them, because this question will take more than 2 minutes. So whenever you see any difficult question, or if you see lengthy question, you have to skip that question and move to the next question. Clear? Now try to get the answer for this question number 4. 1 upon 2 multiplied by square root of 35 is to 1 by 3 is to square root of 140. Okay, we have to find the ratio of this thing. This question is also simple. See, 1 upon 2 multiplied by square root of 35 divided by 1 upon 3 multiplied by square root of 140. 140 we can write it as what? 35 multiplied by 4. Okay, now this 3 will come in numerator, and this 2 will come in denominator. So what we can write? 3 multiplied by square root of 35 divided by 2 multiplied by, now this square root of 35 multiplied by 4. What is the square root of 4? 2. Okay, what is the square root of 4? 2. So 2 multiplied by root 35. We can write the value of this thing as what? 2 root 35. Okay, because 140 we can write as what? 35 multiplied by 4, and now square root of 4 is what? 2. So we can write this thing as what? 2 root 35. Now you can see that root 35 gets cancelled from numerator as well as denominator. What is the answer? The final answer is what? 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Which option is correct? Option D. This question is very simple question. Okay. So they have asked 4 questions only from ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm in this paper also. There is one more question here, question number 2. Try to get the answer for this question number 2 now. XYZ invested 1,68,000 rupees in a business. After a few months, MNP joined in the business by investing 1,12,000 rupees in the business. At the end of the year, the total profit was divided between them in the ratio of 2:1. After how many months did MNP join the business? Already we have solved similar question in, I think, May 2025 paper. Okay. Now see how to get the answer for this question number 2. They have not given many questions of this type in study material, but recently they have started asking questions of this type in exam. Okay, let me take this solution of this entire part here above. Okay, now see how to solve this question number. This person MNP has invested 1,12,000 rupees. Okay, and this person XYZ has invested how much rupees? 1,68,000 rupees. Clear? See, I am making one timeline here. The person XYZ, okay, the person XYZ has invested 1,68,000 rupees at the beginning only. Okay, so this 1,68,000 rupees, this 1,68,000 rupees was invested for the entire time period of 1 year. Okay, this 1,68,000 rupees was invested for the entire time period of 1 year. So here what we can write, see, 1,68,000 multiplied by 12. Okay, 1 year we can write it as what? 12 months. Okay, this person MNP has invested 1,12,000 rupees in the business, but this person MNP joined after a few months. Okay, let's say the time period for which this 1,12,000 rupees is invested is what? X months. The time period for which this 1,12,000 rupees is invested is what? X months. So here what we have to write now, 1,12,000 multiplied by X. Okay, This is the profit sharing ratio, and it is given in question that profit sharing ratio between the two persons is what? 2:1. Okay, try to simplify it now. So 1,68,000 multiplied by 12 divided by, see, I'm writing it like this way, 1,68,000 multiplied by 12 divided by 1,12,000 multiplied by x, and profit sharing ratio is what? 2:1. So we can write it as what? 2/1. By solving this equation, we will get the value of x. Okay, you can see here that these three zeros will get cancelled from numerator as well as denominator. So 168 multiplied by 12, 168 multiplied by 12, and now divided by 112. What you are getting? 18. So we can write it like this way, 18 upon x is equals to what? 2/1. 18 upon x is equals to 2/1. Do the cross multiplications. 18 is equals to what? 2x. What is the value of x? X is equals to 9. Okay, we have got the value of x as 9. We have got the value of x as 9. If this 1,12,000 rupees is invested for a time period of 9 months, it means this person MNP has joined after how many months? 3 months. Okay, here this person XYZ has invested 1,68,000 rupees at the beginning only. This person MNP has joined after few months. This person MNP has joined after few months, and the time period for which this 1,12,000 rupees is invested is what? 9 months. So after how many months? Okay, after how many months MNP has joined? So 12 minus 9. Okay, 12 months minus 9 months is what? 3 months. Which option is correct? Option A. Don't make mistake here. Okay, what they've asked, after how many months did MNP join the business? So answer is what? 3 months. If they would have asked here, for how many months MNP has invested 1,12,000 rupees, then which option is correct? Option D. Okay. So with this we have completed the questions based on ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm from this paper also. Okay. Now I am taking one more paper, and after that we will start with the new chapter. Taking one more paper. All of you quickly read this question. The ratio of age of two sisters is 5:7. One is elder to the other by 8 years. Then the ratio of their age after 4 years between older to younger is. It is given that ratio of age of two sisters is what? 5:7. It is also given that one is elder to the other by 8 years. Okay. And what they've asked then? Ratio of their age after 4 years between older to younger is. See, we can take the age of younger sister as 5a, and we can take the age of older sister as 7a. Okay, the ratio of age of the two sisters is what? 5:7. So we can take the age of younger sister as 5a, and we can take the age of older sister as what? 7a. It is given in question that one is elder to the other by 8 years. It means what? If we are finding the difference between the ages of these two persons, it should be what? 8 years. So 7a minus 5a is equals to what? 8. 2a is equals to 8. So value of a is what? 8 upon 2 is what? 4. Now once you get the value of a, what is the present age of the younger sister? 5 multiplied by 4 is what? What is 5 multiplied by 4? 20. And what is the present age of the older sister? 7 multiplied by 4 is what? 28. Okay. If present age of older sister is 28 years, what will be the age of older sister after 4 years? So 28 plus 4 is what? 32. Okay. Age of older sister after 4 years will be what? 28 plus 4 is what? 32. If present age of younger sister is 20 years, what will be the age of younger sister after 4 years? 20 plus 4 is what? 24. What they have asked? Ratio of their age after 4 years between older to younger. Between older to younger. So first you have to write the age of older sister, and then you have to write the age of younger sister. So find what is the value of this. 32 is to 24. 32 is to 24, you can write it as what? 4 is to 3. 4 is to 3. Which option is correct? Option B. Option B is the correct answer. 4 is to 3. If you are smart, you can eliminate here option number A, C and D. Because if you are finding the ratio between older to younger, definitely ratio will be what? Greater than 1. Okay, if you are finding the ratio between older to younger sister, ratio will be what? Greater than 1. 2 is to 5 is what? 0.4, which is less than 1. 4 is to 5 is 0.8, again this is less than 1. 3 is to 5 is what? 0.6, this is again less than 1. So you can eliminate this option number A, C and D. Only one option is remaining, option B. You can directly choose option B as the answer. Okay, it should hardly take just 2 to 5 seconds to get the answer for this question number 2. Okay, so for some of the questions you can get the answer directly by eliminating the options. You have to be extra careful by first checking the options and check whether you are able to eliminate the options or not. Okay, if you are not able to eliminate the options, then you can solve the question by applying the complete process. Okay, solve now this question number 4th. This question is not of ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm. This question you can also take in equations also. Okay, try to get the answer for this question number 4. X equals to root 2 plus 1 by root 2 and y equals to root 2 minus 1 by root 2. They have asked us the value of x square plus y square. See, x square will be what here? X square root 2 plus 1 by root 2 whole square, and y square is what? Root 2 minus 1 by root 2 whole square. Okay, now in order to expand this thing, you can use the identity of a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So root 2 square is what? 2. 1 by root 2 square is what? 1 by 2 plus 2 multiplied by root 2 multiplied by 1 by root 2, which is what? 2. Then plus. Now how to expand this thing? You can use the identity of a minus b whole square, which is what? A square plus b square minus 2ab. So here root 2 square is what? 2. Then 1 by root 2 square is what? 1 by 2 minus 2ab. So 2 multiplied by root 2 multiplied by 1 by root 2, which is what? Minus 2. Okay. Now here you can see that plus 2 minus 2, this gets cancelled. What is the answer? 2 plus 2 is what? 4. And 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is what? 1. So 4 plus 1 is what? 5. This is the final answer. 5. Which option is correct? Option C. Okay. Solve now this question number 3. Question number 3. X upon y to the power a square plus 4 is equals to, I think this is x to the power minus 1 multiplied by y whole to the power minus 5a. You have to find the value of a. Okay, x upon y whole to the power a square plus 4 is equals to x to the power minus 1 multiplied by y whole to the power minus 5a. Now you can solve this question by using the options also, or if you want you can get the answer by applying the complete process. Here I am solving this by applying the complete process. One second. What they have given? X upon y whole to the power a square plus 4 is equals to x to the power minus 1 multiplied by y. X to the power minus 1, you can write it as what? 1 by x. You can write it like this way: y upon x whole to the power minus 5a. Okay. Now you can see that the base on the left hand side is what? X by y, and base on the right hand side is what? Y by x. We have to make the base same on both the sides of the equation. So we can write it like this way now. See, x upon y whole to the power a square plus 4 is equals to. Now if you are writing it as x upon y, okay, we know this thing that if power is negative, okay, if power is negative, then in order to make this power positive, what you can do? Take the reciprocal of the base. Okay, here you can see that the power is what? Minus 5a. If you want to write power as 5a, okay, in order to write the power as 5a, what we have to do? We have to take reciprocal of the base. And what is reciprocal of y upon x? The reciprocal of y upon x is what? X upon y. And now you can write the power as what? 5a. Okay, now you can see that the base is same on both the sides of the equation. So we can equate these powers. Okay, we can equate these powers. A square plus 4 is equals to 5a. If you want, you can solve this quadratic equation. This will give you two values of a, or another thing is what? You can use the option. I am using here the option. Option A is what? Minus 4 comma 1. Option A is minus 4 comma 1. Put value of A as minus 4. So minus 4 square is what? Minus 4 square is what? 16, and 16 plus 4 is what? 20. And here 5 multiplied by minus 4 is what? Minus 20. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. If you are putting value of A as minus 4, it is not satisfying the equation. Definitely option A is wrong. So you can also eliminate option number C. If option A is wrong, then definitely option number C is also wrong, because by putting value of A as minus 4, equation is not getting satisfied. You can check now option B, 4 comma minus 1. Okay, 4 comma minus 1. I'm checking now option B, 4 comma minus 1. If you are putting value of A as 4, so 4 square plus 4 is what? 20, and 5 multiplied by 4 is also 20. So by putting the value of A as 4, equation is getting satisfied. Now put value of A as minus 1. So minus 1 square is what? 1. So 1 plus 4 is what? 5, and 5 multiplied by minus 1 is what? Minus 5. So by putting value of A as minus 1, equation is not getting satisfied. So option B is also wrong. Now only one option is remaining, option D. You have to choose option D as the answer. Okay. Try to get the answer for this question number 1 now. Suppose a father had a sum of 3,600 rupees and he decides to divide this amount among his 3 sons, Anil, Sunil and Nimal, in such a way that 3 times Anil's share, 6 times Sunil's share and 8 times Nimal's share are all equal. Then Anil's share is, okay. See here, let's say Anil is getting X rupees, then Sunil is getting Y rupees, and Nirmal is getting Z rupees. Nirmal is getting Z rupees. Okay. It is given in question that 3 times Anil's share. 3 times Anil's share is what? 3x. This is same as 6 times Sunil's share. Okay, 6 times Sunil's share is what? 6y. And this is same as 8 times Nirmal's share. 8 times Nirmal's share. So 8 times Nirmal's share, you can write it as what? 8z. Okay. So 3x is equals to 6y is equals to 8z. This thing is given in question. 3x is equals to 6y is equals to 8z. And what they have asked? Then Anil's share is. Okay, we have to find Anil's share. Now see how to solve this question. This question is also simple. What we have to do, see. First take 3x equals to 6y. If you are taking 3x is equals to 6y, then tell me what is the value of x upon y. X upon y is what? 6 upon 3, which you can write it as what? X upon y is equals to 2 by y. Okay. Now take this 6y equals to 8z. Take 6y is equals to 8z. You can write it as y upon z is equals to what? 8 upon 6. We know that 6y is equals to 8z. 6y is equals to 8z. What we can write? Y upon z is equals to what? 8 upon 6. Now we can also write it as y upon z is equals to what? 4 by 3. 2 multiplied by 4 is what? 8, and 2 multiplied by 3 is what? 6. Now how to proceed further? We know x upon y. Okay, you can write it as x is to y. X is to y is what? 2 is to 1. X is to y is 2 is to 1. Okay. And y upon z is what? 4 is to 3. So you can write it like this way. Y is to z is what? 4 is to 3. Clear? By using this thing 3x equals to 6y, what we have got? X upon y is what? 2 by 1. And by using this thing 6y equals to 8z, what we have got? Y upon z is what? 4 by 3. So we can write x is to y is what? 2 is to 1, and y is to z is what? 4 is to 3. So we can write now x is to y is to z. So 2 multiplied by 4 is what? 8. 1 multiplied by 4 is what? 4. And 1 multiplied by 3 is what? 3. X is to y is to z is what? 8 is to 4 is to 3. Now, total amount is what? 3,600. Total amount is 3,600. So what you have to do? 3,600 divided by, what is 8 plus 4 plus 3? 8 plus 4 plus 3 is what? 15. So 3,600 divided by 15. What you are getting? 3,600 divided by 15 is what? 240. 240. Okay. What they have asked in question? You have to find Anil's share. Okay. Anil's share is what? 8. So what we have to do? 8 multiplied by 240. This is the answer. 8 multiplied by 240. What you are getting? 8 multiplied by 240 is 1920. 1920. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. Clear? It is advisable that questions of ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm generally takes longer time. Okay. Out of the 4 to 5 questions of ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm, 2 questions will be very, very simple questions and 2 questions will take little bit more time. So what you can do? You have to identify the simple questions of ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm, and that questions you have to solve in the initial 1 hour. Okay. And the questions which are not difficult but a little bit lengthy, okay, you have to solve those questions at the end, or what you can do, after completing 55 to 60 questions in initial 1 hour, then you can target those questions of ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. Okay. See, the questions which they are asking, these questions are not difficult questions. Okay. Some of the questions are very, very simple. Okay. Some questions you can get the answer directly also. Like in this question number 2. In this question number 2, you can get the answer directly. You can eliminate directly option number A, C and D. Okay. So in this question number 2, it will hardly take 5 seconds to get the answer. This question number 3 is also very simple question. It will take hardly 1 minute to get the answer for this question number 3. Question number 4 is also simple question. Okay, here we have to find x square plus y square. It will not take much time to get the answer for this question number 4. But this question number 1 is little bit lengthy. You can skip that question at first, and after completing 55-60 questions from the paper, then you can target the questions which are little bit lengthy questions. Clear? Okay. So with this we have completed the questions of ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. Now what we are doing, see, we are solving some questions of, there are some more questions of ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm in this paper. See this question. This question is based on indices. This question is based on indices. All of you quickly read this question. I am taking some 4-5 questions more, and after it we will move to the next chapter. All of you quickly try to get the answer for this question number 9. Question number 9. 5 multiplied by a to the power 5 b square multiplied by, what we can write now, 3 multiplied by a b cube whole to the power 2. This you can write as what, a square, and b cube to the power 2. This you can write as what, b to the power 6. Okay. See this thing, ab cube whole to the power 2. A b cube whole to the power 2. This you can write as what, a square multiplied by b to the power 6. Okay, 3 multiplied by 2 is what, 6. This 3 multiplied by 2 is what, 6. You can write a square multiplied by b to the power 6. What is there in the denominator? What is there in the denominator? 15a square b. 15a square b. You can see here that 5 multiplied by 3 is also 15. So it will get cancelled. A power 5 multiplied by a square. A power 5 multiplied by a square is what? A to the power 7. A to the power 7. And b square multiplied by b to the power 6. B square multiplied by b to the power 6 is what? B to the power 8. Divided by a square b. Now a to the power 7 divided by a square. This is what? A to the power 5. Base is same and we are dividing the terms. It means we have to subtract the powers. This is what? A to the power 5. And b to the power 8 divided by b. Again base is same and we are dividing the terms. It means we have to subtract the power. So 8 minus 1 is what? 7. A power 5 multiplied by b to the power 7. Which option is correct? Option A. Option A is the correct answer. They have asked one more question from ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. This question is also from RPIL. Okay, ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. All of you quickly read this question. 3 employees A, B and C of a firm receive variable incentive money in the ratio of 3:4:5. Then the management also give a fixed incentive of 4,000 rupees to each of them. As a result, now the total incentive amount of A, B and C becomes in the ratio of 5:6:7. How much amount did B get as variable incentive? Okay. Let's say A gets variable incentive of 3x rupees. A gets variable incentive of 3x rupees. B gets variable incentive of 4x rupees. And C gets variable incentive of 5x rupees. Clear? Okay. And these 3 persons are getting a fixed incentive of 4,000 rupees. So total incentive of A will be what? 3x plus 4,000. Total incentive of B is what? 4x plus 4,000. And total incentive of C is what? 5x plus 4,000. It is given that the ratio of this is what? 5:6:7. Okay, 5:6:7. Okay, I am writing here. At 3x plus 4,000 is to 4x plus 4,000 is to 5x plus 4,000. This is equals to what? 5:6:7. Okay, 5:6:7. Okay. Now, how to find the value of x here? It is given that 3x plus 4,000 is to 4x plus 4,000 is to 5x plus 4,000 is 5:6:7. How to find the value of x? How to find the value of x here? This thing is very simple. See what we can do. Just by using this thing. At 3x plus 4,000 divided by 4x plus 4,000 is 5:6. We can write it as what? 5/. Okay, cross multiply and you will get the value of x. So 3x multiplied by 6 is what? 18x, and 4000 multiplied by 6 is what? 24,000. 5 multiplied by 4x is what? 20x, and 5 multiplied by 4000 is what? 20,000. Okay, this 20x when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 20x. So 18x minus 20x is what? Minus 2x. This 24,000 when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 24,000. So 20,000 minus 24,000 is what? Minus 4,000. Tell me what is the value of x? 2,000. Okay, 4,000 divided by 2 is what? 2,000. What they have asked in question, how much amount did B get as variable incentive? Variable incentive of person B is what? 4x. And what is the value of x? 2,000. Value of x is what? 2,000. So 4 multiplied by 2,000. 4 multiplied by 2,000 is what? 8,000. Which option is correct? Option D. Option D is the correct answer. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask in chat box. All of you have understood this, how to solve this type of questions? I am waiting for your doubts. If you have any of the doubt, quickly ask in chat box. One second. Okay. In this paper also, I think there are some more questions from ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm. One second. In this paper, there were only 4 questions. In this paper also, I think there were 4 questions only. Yes. Okay. So we have completed ratio, proportion, indices and logarithm questions from the past 4 to 5 years papers. Now we are starting with the new chapter. See what I am doing? I am taking now questions of linear inequalities. Okay, I am taking the questions of linear inequalities now. Generally, they ask 2 questions of linear inequalities, and the questions which they ask of linear inequalities are very, very simple questions. Okay, and most of the time you can get the answer even by using the options also. I am taking now questions of linear inequalities. One second. In this paper, they have asked 2 questions of linear inequalities. Question number 9 and question number 10. Okay, these 2 questions are from linear inequalities. Okay, how to get the answer for this question number 9? They have given 6x plus y is greater than or equals to 18. This is the first inequality. X plus 4y is greater than or equals to 12. This is the second inequality. And 2x plus y is greater than or equals to 10. This is the third inequality. Which of the following are correct solutions? Okay. First, I am checking option number A, 0, 18. Put value of x as 0 and y as 18 and check whether all the 3 inequalities are getting satisfied or not. So 6 multiplied by 0 is what? 0. And what is the value of y? 18. Okay, so first inequality is getting satisfied. 6 multiplied by 0 is 0 and 0 plus 18 is what? 18. And we want 6x plus y either greater than 18 or equals to 18. So here we are getting it equals to 18. Now, what is the value of x plus 4y? If you are putting the value of x as 0 and y as 18. So 0 plus 4 multiplied by 18, which is what? 72. And 72 is what? Greater than 12. So second inequality is also satisfied. What is the value of 2x plus y? If you are putting value of x as 0 and y is 18. So 2 multiplied by 0 plus 18. What you are getting? 18. 18 is greater than 10. So third inequality is also satisfied. Okay. Now check for 12, 0. 12, 0. You have to put value of x as 12 and value of y as 0. What is the value of 6x plus y now? 6 multiplied by 12 plus 0, which is 72, and 72 is greater than 18. Now find the value of x plus 4y. 12 plus 4 multiplied by 0, which is what? 12. And here the value of x plus 4y is 12, which is also possible because we want x plus 4y either greater than 12 or equals to 12. So here we are getting it exactly 12. And now 2x plus y. Find the value of 2x plus y. So put value of x as 12 and value of y as 0. So 2 multiplied by 12 is what? 24. 24 plus 0 is what? 24. 24 is greater than 10. So again, all the 3 inequalities are satisfied. Now check for 4, 2. Put value of x as 4 and y as 2. 6 multiplied by 4 is what? 24. 24 plus 2 is what? 26. 26 is greater than 18. Now put value of x as 4 and y as 2. So 4 plus 4 multiplied by 2. 4 plus 8 is what? 12. Again second inequality is satisfied. 2x plus y. So 2 multiplied by 4 is what? 8. 8 plus 2 is what? 10. Again third inequality is satisfied. Okay. We want x plus 4y either greater than 12 or equals to 12. So here we are getting it exactly 12. And we want 2x plus y greater than 12 or equals to greater than 10 or equals to 10. So here we are getting 2x plus y exactly 10. So by putting x as 4 and y as 2, all the three inequalities are getting satisfied. Now just check for 2 comma 6. What is the value of 6x plus y now? 6 multiplied by 2 is what? 12. 12 plus 6 is what? 18. First inequality is satisfied. Now find the value of x plus 4y. 2 plus 4 multiplied by 6. So 2 plus 24 is what? 26, which is greater than 12. Now find the value of 2x plus y. 2 multiplied by 2 is what? 4. 4 plus 6 is what? 10. Okay, third inequality is also satisfied. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. You can get the answer for this question number 9 orally also. There is no need to write anything. Directly, what you have to do, you have to use the options. Okay, in this type of questions of linear inequalities, what you have to do, you have to directly use the option and check which option is satisfying all the inequalities. Now, read this question number 10. The longest side of a triangle is 2 times the shortest side, and the third side is 4 centimeters shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter, at least means what? We have to use this sign, greater than or equals to. Okay, at least means greater than or equals to sign. At most means what? Less than or equals to sign. Okay, you have to find the minimum length of the shortest side. Now see how to solve this question. Let's say shortest side is x. If we have taken the length of the shortest side as x, so longest side is what? Longest side is 2 times the shortest side. Longest side is what? 2 times the shortest side. So what we can write? Longest side is 2x. And also it is given in question that third side is 4 centimeters shorter than the longest side. Third side is what? Third side of triangle is 4 centimeters shorter than the longest side. So we can write it as what? 2x minus 4. Okay. And they have given one more thing in question, that perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter. So perimeter of triangle, see I am writing here, perimeter of triangle is at least 61 centimeter. So what we have tried, perimeter of triangle is greater than or equals to what? 61 centimeters. What is the formula to find perimeter of triangle? Sum of length of all the sides. So here length of shortest side is x, length of longest side is 2x, and length of the third side is what? 2x minus 4. X plus 2x minus 4 is greater than or equals to what? 61. Now see, x plus 2x is what? 5x. And this minus 4, when shifted to opposite side of the inequality, it becomes what? Plus 4. 61 plus 4 is what? 65. 5x is greater than or equals to what? 65. X is greater than or equals to 65 divided by 5. What you will get? 13. X is greater than or equals to 13. Okay, x is greater than or equals to 13. What they have asked here? Find the minimum length of the shortest side. We have taken shortest side as x. And what we have got here? X is greater than or equals to 13. So what is the minimum length of the shortest side? 13. Okay, if x is greater than or equals to 13, so minimum length of the shortest side is what? 13. Which option is correct? Option D. Okay. Now, I am taking one more paper. 1 second. Yes. Question number 10th. Okay, question number 10. This question is of linear inequality. They have provided us two inequalities, that 10x plus 29y is greater than or equals to 40 and 15x minus 4y is less than or equals to 25. We have to find which point satisfies both the inequalities. Okay, which point satisfies both the inequalities. Again, you have to solve this question by using the options. You have to solve this question number 10 by using the options. First, we are checking option number A. Put value of x as 1 and put value of y as 1.25. So 10 multiplied by 1 plus 29 multiplied by 1.25. 29 multiplied by 1.25 is what? 36.25 plus 10. What you are getting? 46.25. And 46.25 is what? Greater than 40. So first inequality is satisfied. Now check whether second inequality is getting satisfied or not. So 15 multiplied by 1 minus 4 multiplied by 1.25. 15 multiplied by 1 is what? 15, and 4 multiplied by 1.25 is what? 5. 15 minus 5 is what? 10, and 10 is what? Less than 25. Option A is the correct answer. 1 comma 1.25 satisfies both the inequalities. We can choose here option A as the answer. Okay, all of you have understood this? Very good. Now I think here option B also satisfies both the inequalities. One second. If we are checking here option B, put value of x as 3 and put value of y as 2.25. 29 multiplied by 2.25 is what? 65.25, and 10 multiplied by 3 is what? 30. What you are getting? 95.25, and 95.25 is also greater than 40. Now 15 multiplied by 3 minus 4 multiplied by 2.25. So 4 multiplied by 2.25 is what? 9, and 15 multiplied by 3 is what? 45. So 45 minus 9 is what? 36, and 36 is not less than 25. No, option B is not satisfying both the inequalities. It is just satisfying the first inequality. So option A is only the correct answer. Option A is only the correct answer. Okay, solve now this question number 8. In this paper they have asked 3 questions of linear inequalities: question number 8, question number 9, and question number 10. Okay, so either they will ask 2 questions or 3 questions from linear inequalities chapter. Try to get the answer for question number 8 now. You have to solve this inequality. 5x upon 3 is less than or equals to x upon 6 minus 5. 5x upon 3 is less than or equals to x upon 6 minus 5. Okay, this x upon 6 when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus x upon 6. 5x upon 3 minus x upon 6 is less than or equals to minus 5. Okay, now what we can do here, see, we can make the denominator same of both the fractions. Now 2 multiplied by 5x is what? 10x, and 10x minus x is what? 9x. Denominator of both the fractions is same, so we can directly subtract the numerators. So what we are getting here? 9x divided by 6. 9x divided by 6 is less than or equals to minus 5. 9x upon 6, this we can write as what? 3x upon 2. Okay, 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and 3 multiplied by 2 is what? 6. I can write it as 3x upon 2 is less than or equals to minus 5. Now this 2 when shifted to opposite side, it will come in multiplication. What we can write now, see, 3x is less than or equals to minus 10. Okay, 3x is less than or equals to minus 10, and this 3 now when shifted to opposite side, it will come in division. X is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. Okay, x is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. So what is the answer? They have not given any of the option like this. They have not given any of the option like this. So what we have to do? X is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. No. Okay, x is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. So what we can write here? The value of x lies between minus infinity to minus 10 upon 3. And here less than or equals to sign is there. So what we have to do? We have to write this in square brackets, and this is in normal brackets. Which option is correct? Minus infinity comma minus 10 by 3 and square bracket. You have to choose option A as the answer. If any student is choosing here option B, it is wrong. Okay, the correct answer is what? Option A. X is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. X is less than or equals to minus 10 upon 3. So what you have to do here? You have to write it like this way: minus infinity comma minus 10 upon 3. And this you have to write in square bracket. This minus 10 upon 3, after that you have to write what? Square bracket, because less than or equals to sign is there. If let's say only less than sign is there, okay, less than sign is there, then you have to write normal brackets. Okay. If one student is asking, sir, please take lecture in Hindi. I've already uploaded all the marathon sessions in Hindi already. Okay, on my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, you will find playlist of Hindi marathon sessions. Okay, on my YouTube channel, go to playlist, and in that playlist you will find foundation revision. Okay, CA foundation quantitative aptitude revision, and in that I have uploaded chapter wise revision of all the mathematics and statistics chapters, and that too in Hindi. Okay, so you can use those lectures to quickly revise mathematics and statistics part. Okay, and also in the description, okay, in the description of this video, I have given one video link in which I have revised majority chapters of business mathematics and statistics in around 10 hours. Okay, and that lecture is also in Hindi. Okay. I hope now your doubt is clear. Okay, one student whose username is Legend Insan. What you can do, in the description of this video, I have given one video link. Okay, and in that video, I have revised majority of the chapters of statistics and mathematics in 10 hours, and that lecture is in Hindi. Okay, so you can watch that video and you will get conceptual clarity, as well as I have solved many questions in that video also. Okay, great. Now see, we are solving this question number 9th. We are solving now this question number 9th. The number of solutions of 5 minus 2x upon 4 less than or equals to x upon 8 minus 5 greater than 3 minus 2x are, where x is a real number. Okay, we have to find the number of solutions. This question number 9 is little bit different as compared to the question number 8 and question number 10. Okay, here they have asked the number of solutions. Now see how to solve this question. You can mark this question number 9 as extremely important question. Okay, because they have not asked this type of question many times in exam. Okay, and this type of question is not there in study material also. Okay, what we have to do, see here. First, what we will do, we will take this thing 5 minus 2x upon 4 is less than or equals to x upon 8 minus 5. Okay, I am writing here downside. 5 minus 2x upon 4. 5 minus 2x upon 4 is less than or equals to x upon 8 minus 5. X upon 8 minus 5. Okay. Now, this x upon 8 when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus x upon 8. 5 minus 2x upon 4 minus x upon 8 is less than or equals to minus 5. Wrong answer. For which question? Answer for question number 8 is option A only. I think they have given the answers at the end. The answer for question number 8 is option A. And for question number 10th also, the answer is what? Option A. Now we are solving this question number 9th. Okay, question number 9th. So how to solve this question number 9th? See what we have done here. First, we have taken just this part. 5 minus 2x upon 4 is less than or equals to x upon 8 minus 5. Okay. This x upon 8 when shifted to opposite side, it becomes what? Minus x upon 8. Now do the cross multiplication. 5 minus 2x multiplied by 8. So 5 multiplied by 8 is what? 40. And minus 2x multiplied by 8 is what? Minus 16x. Now 4 multiplied by minus x is what? Minus 4x. Divided by 4 multiplied by 8 is what? 32. Less than or equals to minus 5. Clear? Now see 40 minus 20x is less than or equals to this 32 when shifted to opposite side, it will come in multiplication. Now minus 5 multiplied by 32 is what? Minus 160. Okay. Minus 5 multiplied by 32 is what? Minus 160. This 40 also when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 40. Minus 20x is less than or equals to minus 160 minus 40 is what? Minus 200. Okay. Now don't make silly mistake here. Okay. You cannot make silly mistake here, because see, if we are removing the minus sign directly here, and if you are writing it as 20x is less than or equals to 200, this is wrong. See, I am explaining you this with the help of one example. If I am writing, see, minus 5 is less than minus 3, correct? Okay, minus 5 is less than minus 3. Minus 5 is smaller number as compared to minus 3. And now if I am removing this minus sign, can I write now 5 is less than 3? No. If I am removing the minus sign from both the sides of the inequality, I have to change the sign of inequality. Okay, 5 is what? Greater than 3. 5 is greater than 3. Okay. What we have to do now, see, 20x is greater than or equals to 20x is greater than or equals to what? 200. So x is greater than or equals to what? 10. So by solving this inequality, what we have got? X is greater than or equals to 10. By removing the minus sign from both the sides of the inequality. Okay, if we are eliminating this minus sign from both the sides of the inequality, we have to change the sign of inequality. This less than or equals to becomes what? Greater than or equals to. Clear? Now take this part. X upon 8 minus 5 is greater than 3 minus 2x. Okay, x upon 8 minus 5 is greater than 3 minus 2x. No doubt this question is lengthy, and if this question comes in exam, if this type of question comes in exam, you have to skip this question at first, and if time permit, you can solve this question at the end. Okay, but this question number 8 and question number 10, these are very simple questions. Question number 8 and this question number 10, these were very simple questions from linear inequalities chapter, but this question number 9 is little bit lengthy. Now solve this inequality. X upon 8 minus 5 is greater than 3 minus 2x. This minus 2x now when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Plus 2x. And this minus 5 when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Plus 5. X upon 8 plus 2x is greater than 3 plus 5. Now again do the cross multiplication. 2x multiplied by 8 is what? 16x. So x plus 16x is what? 17x. 17x upon 8 is greater than 3 plus 5 is what? 8. This 8 when shifted to opposite side, it will come in multiplication. So 17x, okay, 17x is greater than 64. So what we can write? X is greater than 64 divided by 17. X is greater than 64 divided by 17. Okay. And now see one thing. If you are taking the intersection of these two things, what we can say? See, x is greater than or equals to 10, and here what we have got? X is greater than 64 by 17. 64 by 17 in decimals is what? 3.76. So we can write it as x is greater than 3.76. Okay. If you are finding the intersection of this, x is greater than or equals to 10, intersection x is greater than 3.76. The intersection will be what? X greater than or equals to 10. Okay, the intersection is what? X greater than or equals to 10. And if x is greater than or equals to 10, it means x can have infinite values. Okay, x value can be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and so on till infinite, or value of x can be 10.1, 10.2, 10.3 and so on. Okay, so the intersection of these two things is what? X greater than or equals to 10. Okay, and x greater than or equals to 10 means what? X can have infinite values. Which option you have to choose? Option A. The answer for question number 9 is option A. Okay. In this question number 9, you have to solve two inequalities. First, you have to solve this inequality 5 minus 2x upon 4 is less than or equals to x upon 8 minus 5. And after solving this inequality, what we are getting? X is greater than or equals to 10. And then we have to solve this inequality x upon 8 minus 5 is greater than 3 minus 2x. By solving this inequality, what we are getting? X is greater than 3.76. Now, we have to find the intersection of these two inequalities. Okay, the intersection of these two inequalities is what? X greater than or equals to 10. And x greater than or equals to 10 means what? X can have infinite values. Okay, option A is the correct answer. Okay, great. Now we are solving some more questions from the next paper. 1 second. Okay, see this question number 10. Question number 10. This type of question is also there in the exercise also. Okay, in study material also they have given the similar question. All of you quickly read this question. A dietitian recommends mixture of two kinds of foods to a person so that mixture contains at least 45 units of carbs. I have already told you, whenever you see the word at least, then which sign of inequality we have to use? Greater than or equals to. Okay. 25 units of protein and 15 units of fat and 15 units of fiber. The above contents of nutrients are available in the foods as below. They have given this table. If x units of food 1 is mixed with y units of food 2, how dietitian recommendation can be expressed? Now see, you can eliminate directly here option number A. Okay, why option A is wrong? Because here they have used which sign? Less than or equals to. The correct sign is what? Greater than or equals to. Okay, so definitely option A is wrong. Option B is also wrong. Again here they have used which sign? Less than or equals to. And option number D is also wrong, because here also they have used which sign? Less than or equals to. So which option is correct? Option C. This question number 10 is very simple. There is no need to write all the inequalities and then check the options. What you have to do? Directly check which options you can eliminate here. At least means what? We already know this thing, that at least means what? Greater than or equals to sign. And you can see that, here that in option number A, B and D, they have used which sign? Less than or equals to. So definitely option number A, B and D are wrong. It means option C is the correct answer. Okay. Now, see how to solve this question number 9. If graph is given, okay, how to solve this type of questions? The shaded area is represented by which of the following option? I am giving you one shortcut here to get the answer for this type of questions. You can see here that the coordinates of this point, okay, the coordinates of this point, let's say the name of this point is A. The coordinate of this point A is what? 6, 0. Okay. Now definitely this point B, okay, this point B, let's say the coordinates of this point B is what? 10, 0. So this point B lies in the shaded region, yes or no? Okay, if I am writing this point B with the coordinates 10, 0, this point B lies in the shaded region. Now check, x equals to 10 and y equals to 0 satisfies which option? If you are putting value of x as 10 and y as 0, it is satisfying which option? Okay. So here I am checking first option number A. 10 plus 0 is what? 10, which is greater than 6, correct? 2x minus y is greater than 0. So 2 multiplied by 10 is what? 20. 20 minus 0 is what? 20. 20 is greater than 0. This is also correct. X greater than 0. Okay, this is also correct. Okay. I think option A is the correct answer, but what we are doing? We are checking other options also. X plus y less than 6. If you are putting value of x as 10 and y as 0, so 10 plus 0 is what? 10, and 10 is not less than 6. 10 is what? Greater than 6. So option B is definitely wrong. Now check option C. X plus y greater than 6. It satisfies the inequality. If you are putting x as 10 and y as 0, it satisfies this inequality. 2x minus y less than 0. Okay, 2x minus y less than 0. If you are putting value of x as 10, 2 multiplied by 10 is what? 20. 20 minus 0 is what? 20. And 20 is not less than 0. 20 is what? Greater than 0. Option C is also wrong. Option C is also incorrect. Now option D. Okay, option D. Option D is wrong because here what they have written, x is less than 0. And here you can see that the value of x is what? 10, which is greater than 0. Option D is also incorrect. Which option is correct here? Option A. Okay. So here we have already got option number A as the answer, but for our safety, what we have done, we have quickly checked option B, C and D also. Clear? Okay. So with this, we have completed linear inequalities question from this paper also. Let me check. Can we solve any other question from another paper or not? 1 second. Yes. Question number 6. Okay, in this paper, question number 6 and question number 8. These two questions are from linear inequalities. All of you quickly read this question number 6. A manufacturer produces two products A and B. The profit on product A is 8 rupees on each unit and profit on product B is 13 rupees on each unit. Then the objective function is, manufacturer will try to attain the profit as maximum as possible. Okay. Let's say you are a manufacturer. So what you will try to achieve? That profit should be as high as possible. Okay. If we are manufacturing some products, we will try to get the profit as high as possible. Okay. So here our objective is to maximize the profit. Okay. From manufacturer point of view, what we will say? We have to maximize the profit. Okay. And if they are talking about cost, then what we have to say? We have to minimize the cost. Okay. From manufacturer's point of view, we have to maximize the profit and we have to minimize the cost. Okay. Maximize the profit, minimize the cost. Clear? Now here, if minimize is there in any of the options, you can directly eliminate that options. So option number A and option number C are wrong. Definitely option number A and option number C are wrong. Now check which option is correct. Among this option number B and option number D, which of the option is correct? Let's say a manufacturer is making x1 units of product A and x2 units of product B. Okay. And by selling 1 unit of product A, manufacturer is getting a profit of 8 rupees. And by selling 1 unit of product B, manufacturer is getting a profit of 13 rupees. So by selling x1 units of product A, total profit generated from product A will be what? 8 multiplied by x1. 8 multiplied by x1. All of you understood this thing? Okay. By selling 1 unit of product A, manufacturer is getting a profit of 8 rupees. So by selling x1 units of product A, profit generated from product A will be what? 8 multiplied by x1, which is what? 8x1. And profit generated by selling x2 units of product B will be what? 13 multiplied by x2. So total profit generated by selling both the products is what? 8x1 plus 13x2. And we have to maximize this profit. Okay, we have to maximize this profit. Okay, which option is correct? Option B is the correct answer. Okay, we have to maximize the profit 8x1 plus 13x2. Option B is the correct answer. Now solve this question number 8. A company produced two types of product A and B which require processing in two machines. First machine can be used up to 15 hours. Up to means what? Maximum 15 hours. Okay. We can use the first machine maximum for 15 hours. It means we have to use which sign? Less than or equals to sign. Okay. First machine can be used maximum for 15 hours. It means we have to use which sign? Less than or equals to. Second machine can be used at most 12 hours. Okay. At most means what? Maximum. Okay. Again, at most means what? Maximum. We can use the second machine maximum for 12 hours. So again, we have to use which sign? Less than or equals to. The product A requires 2 hours on machine 1 and 3 hours on machine 2. Product B requires 3 hours on machine 1 and 1 hour on machine 2. This can be expressed as. Now see which options we can eliminate here. Here in all the options you can see less than or equals to sign is there. Less than or equals to sign is there. So we cannot directly eliminate any of the options. But here you can eliminate option number B. Why? Because in option number B, on right hand side of the inequality, they have written 15, 15. It should be what? 15, 12. Okay. Which option is correct here? See. The product A requires 2 hours on machine 1 and 3 hours on machine 2. Let's say this company is producing x1 units of product A. Okay. Product A x1 units. I'm writing here product A x1 units. And this company is producing x2 units of product B. Okay, x2 units of product B. 1 unit of product A requires 2 hours on machine 1. x1 units will require how many hours? 2x1 hours. 1 unit of product B requires 3 hours on machine 1. So x2 units will require how many hours? 3x2. So 2x1 plus 3x2. This should be what? Less than or equals to 15. Okay, 2x1 plus 3x2. This should be less than or equals to 15. 1 second. Okay. This 2x1 plus 3x2, this should be what? Less than or equals to 15. Now, 1 unit of product A requires 3 hours on machine 2. So, x1 units of product A will require how many hours on machine 2? 3 multiplied by x1. 1 unit of product B requires 1 hour on machine 2. If 1 unit of product B requires 1 hour on machine 2. So, x2 units of product B will require how many hours on machine 2? 1 multiplied by x2 is what? X2. Now, 3x1 plus x2 is what? Less than or equals to 12. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. 2x1 plus 3x2 is less than or equals to 15. And 3x1 plus x2 is less than or equals to 12. Okay, option A is the correct answer. Okay. With this, we have completed the questions of linear inequalities also from past year papers. Now, I am starting with the questions of sets, relations and functions. Okay, I am starting with questions of sets, relations and functions. 1 second. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask it. Okay, I am checking the chat box. So, if you have any of the doubt in linear inequalities question or ratio, proportion, indices, logarithm question, you can ask it in chat box. All clear? Okay. All of you have understood the questions which we have solved from past year papers? Okay. Now we are starting with sets, relations and functions question. In this paper, read this question number 29. This question is from sets. Set A contains the elements A, B, C, D and E. Then the number of proper subsets is. You have to find the number of proper subsets. What is the formula to find number of proper subsets? 2 to the power n minus 1. If they would have asked here number of subsets, then the formula is what? 2 to the power n. But here what they have asked? Proper subsets. So formula is what? 2 to the power n minus 1. And n is what? N is what? Cardinal number of that set. Number of elements in the set. Here how many elements are there? There are 5 elements in set A. Okay, there are total 5 elements in set A. So put value of n as 5. 2 to the power 5 minus 1. 2 to the power 5 is what? 32. 32 minus 1 is what? 31. Which option is correct? Option A. Option A is the correct answer. Now you can try this question number 35. Okay, this question number 35 is also of sets. Okay, product of sets. Set A contains the elements A, B and P. set B contains the elements 2 comma 3 and set C contains the elements P comma Q comma R comma S. What they have asked here? Number of ordered pairs in A union C cross B. So first find which elements will come in A union C. Okay, which elements will come in A union C? So A union C is what? A comma B comma P comma Q comma R comma S. Okay, if you are finding the union of these two sets, A union C is what? A comma B comma P comma Q comma R comma S. And now, how many elements are there in set B? There are 2 elements, 2 comma 3. Okay. They have asked the number of ordered pairs. Okay, they have asked the number of ordered pairs in A union C cross B. So total how many elements are there in A union C? Total how many elements are there in A union C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements in A union C. And how many elements are there in set B? 2. 6 multiplied by 2 is what? 12. This is the answer. Which option is correct? Option C. Okay. We already know this thing that number of ordered pairs in A cross B is what? Okay, number of ordered pairs in A cross B is n of A multiplied by n of B. Okay, so we have used this concept to get the answer for question number 35. So first we have computed the number of elements in A union C, which is what? 6, and number of elements in set B is what? 2. So 6 multiplied by 2 is what? 12. Generally the questions which they ask from sets, relations and functions are very simple questions. Okay, and they ask 4 questions from this chapter also. We have solved this question number 29 and also we have got the answer for question number 35. In sets, relations and functions chapter, limit is also there. Okay, limits and continuity is also there. Now see how to find the answer for this question. The limits question are also very simple, and one thing is very important, that the category of questions which they are asking from limits is always same. Okay, now see how to get the answer for this question number 38. Limit x tends to 3, x square plus 4x plus 3 divided by x square plus 6x plus 9. This question is very simple. Just what you have to do, put value of x as 3 in this expression and also put value of x as 3 in this expression. 3 square plus 4 multiplied by 3 plus 3 divided by 3 square plus 6 multiplied by 3 plus 9. 3 square is what? 9. 4 multiplied by 3 is what? 12. So 9 plus 12 plus 3, what you are getting? 24. Divided by, again 3 square is 9, 6 multiplied by 3 is what? 18. So 9 plus 18 plus 9, what you are getting now? 36. 24 by 36. 24 by 36, this we can write is what? 2 by 3. 12 multiplied by 2 is what? 24, and 12 multiplied by 3 is what? 36. What is the answer? 2 by 3. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. In this question number 38, by putting the value of x as 3 in numerator and denominator, we are not getting the limit in 0 by 0 form. Okay. So this question is very simple. Just you have to put the value of x as 2 in numerator and denominator, and by simplifying this 24 by 36, what we are getting? 2 by 3. Okay. So they have asked just 3 questions, I think, from sets, relations and functions chapter. Yes, only 3 questions they have asked from this chapter. Now in this paper also, let me check which questions are from sets, relations and functions. We have already solved questions of sequence and series from past year papers. Okay, so I will not take sequence and series in this session, and also I have taken questions of mathematics of finance. So sequence and series I have already completed, mathematics of finance I have already completed, and also the revision session of equations is uploaded on my YouTube channel. Okay, so you can watch equations revision from that video. Okay. Yes. This question number 34. This question number 34 is also from sets. Set A contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. Set B contains the elements 2, 4, 6, 8. And set C contains the elements 3, 4, 5, 6. Value of A minus B union C is. Okay. First find B union C. In this question, all of you quickly first find what is B union C. So B union C is what? B union C is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. You have to find the union of these two sets, and the union of these two sets is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. While finding the union of these sets, what we have to do? whatever elements are there in the sets, okay, we have to write those elements. But if any element is occurring for more than one time, you have to write it for single time. So here you can see that 4 is occurring for 2 times, so you have to write it for single time only. And also this 6 is occurring for 2 times, so you have to write it for single time. Okay, B union C is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And set A is what? Set A is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have to find the difference of these two sets. We have to find the difference of these two sets. How to find the difference between the sets? See, the first step is what? Find the elements which are common in both the sets. Okay, you have to find the elements which are common in both the sets. Which elements are common here? 2 is common in both the sets, 3 is common in both the sets, and 4 is also common in both the sets. Now here, difference will be what? After removing this 2, 3 and 4, what will be there? Only 1 is there. Okay, so the answer is what here? 1. Answer is 1. Which option is correct? Option C. Okay. In order to find the difference between the sets, what we have to do? First, we have to find the elements which are common in both the sets. And after that, what we have to do? We have to strike this 2, 3 and 4 here. Okay, the common elements, we have to strike them. And now only this 1 is remaining. So the answer is what? 1. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 35. Question number 35. One student has asked something, but this message is deleted now. Okay, solve now this question number 35. The range of the function f of x equals to 3x minus 2 is. This question is also very simple. The function which they have given is what? F of x equals to 3x minus 2. Okay, and the domain of this function is what? Domain of this function is what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. Domain means what? This function is defined for which values of x. Okay, this function is defined for which values of x. So this function is defined for any real value of x. Here domain is what? Domain is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, domain of the function is what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. Because if you are putting any real number, okay, if you are putting the value of x as any real number, the function is defined. Okay, now what they have asked here? Range of the function. Now see how to find range. First put value of x as minus infinity. Put value of x as minus infinity. So 3 multiplied by minus infinity is what? Minus infinity only. And minus infinity minus 2 is what? Minus infinity. So range is what here? See, minus infinity. Now if you are putting the value of x as infinity, okay, plus infinity. So 3 multiplied by plus infinity is what? Infinity. And infinity minus 2 is what? If you are subtracting a finite number from infinity, it is what? Infinity only. So minus infinity to plus infinity. This is the range. This is the range. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. Okay, they can ask range of the function or they can ask domain of the function also. Okay, see, I am giving you one question in which you have to find domain. Let's say the function is f of x is equals to x plus 2 upon x minus 3. Okay, the function which is given is what? X plus 2 upon x minus 3. You have to find domain of the function. What is the domain of this function? Now, if the value of this x minus 3 is 0, okay, then anything divided by 0 is what? Not defined. Okay, if the value of this denominator is 0, then anything divided by 0 is what? Not defined. So this denominator cannot be equals to 0. This denominator cannot be equals to 0. X minus 3 cannot be equals to 0. Or what we are doing, see, we are equating this denominator with 0. Okay, I am giving you one shortcut here. What you have to do? Equate denominator to 0. So x minus 3 equals to 0. So what you are getting? X equals to 3. It means if you are putting value of x as 3, then the function is not defined. Okay, if you are putting the value of x as 3, then this function is not defined. Okay, so what is the domain? Domain is any real number except 3. Okay, domain is what here? Any real number except 3. What is the answer? Domain is any real number except 3. You have to write it like this way. Domain is any real number except 3. Okay, so they can ask this type of question also in exam. Okay. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask it, because I think the comments which you have made, these are getting retracted. I don't know why. Either you are deleting the comment or I don't know, there is some glitch there. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask it in chat box. Okay, so this type of questions also they can ask in exam. They will give you the function and they will ask you to find domain. Okay, so if denominator is there, okay, if denominator is there, what you have to do, equate this denominator to 0, and by equating this denominator to 0, you will get the value of x. Okay, if you are writing x minus 3 equals to 0, what is the value of x? 3. It means by putting the value of x as 3, the function is not defined. If you are putting the value of x as 3, this function is not defined. So the domain is what? Any real number except for 3. How to write this thing? Set of real numbers except 3. Set of real numbers except 3. Okay. Now this question number 36 is of limits. Question number 36 is of limits. Okay, how to solve this question number 36? You have to find limit x tends to 4 x square minus 2x minus 8 upon x minus 4. Now here if you are putting the value of x as 4 in numerator and value of x as 4 in the denominator, what you are getting? See, 4 square minus 2 multiplied by 4. 4 square minus 2 multiplied by 4 minus 8 divided by 4 minus 4. This is what? 0 by 0. If one student has asked, sir, can you please fully revise sets and relation? Kausalya, if it is possible, no, I will take the revision of sets, relations and functions entirely, but after completing the questions of other chapters. Okay, if it is possible, I will take the revision of this chapter in entire manner also. Okay. Now see in this question number 36, if you are putting the value of x as 4 in numerator as well as in denominator, what you are getting? You are getting 0 in numerator and also you are getting 0 in denominator. Now if the limit is in 0 by 0 form, okay, if the limit is in 0 by 0 form, there is one shortcut. Okay, there is one shortcut which you can use, but in order to use that shortcut, you should know differentiation. Okay, so what is the shortcut? Find the differentiation of numerator as well as of denominator. Find the differentiation of numerator as well as of denominator. So what is the derivative of x square minus 2x minus 8? Derivative of x square minus 2x minus 8 is what? Differentiation of x square is what? 2x minus derivative of 2x is what? 2, and derivative of 8 is what? 0. Okay, differentiation of constant is 0 divided by, what is the differentiation of x minus 4? Differentiation of x minus 4 is what? 1. Okay, derivative of x is 1 and 4 is constant, so derivative of 4 is 0. Now in this 2x minus 2 upon 1, what you are getting? 2x minus 2. Okay, 2x minus 2. Now in this 2x minus 2, put value of x as 4. This will give you the answer. In this 2x minus 2, put value of x as 4. Okay, this will give you the answer. 2 multiplied by 4 minus 2, what you are getting? 6. Which option is correct? Option D. Okay, if you do not know differentiation, okay, if let's say student has skipped the differentiation and integration chapter, then also you can get the answer for question number 36. Okay, because there is a high chance that many of you will skip the differentiation and integration chapter, but it is not advisable. You can easily get the answer of differentiation and integration questions. Just revise the basic results of differentiation and integration, because most of the questions which they ask of differentiation and integration are from the basic results. So even if you know the basic results of differentiation and integration, out of 4 to 5 questions you will get the answer of minimum 3 questions. Okay, so don't skip differentiation and integration also. Clear? I am giving you one more method to get the answer for this question. See what you can do here. See, this is the alternative method I am explaining here. Limit x tends to 4 x square minus 2x minus 8 divided by x minus 4. Okay, if in case you do not know the results of differentiation, then also you can get the answer for this question. If you are putting here the value of x as 4 in numerator and denominator, what you are getting? 0 by 0. Here limit is in 0 by 0 form. The limit is in 0 by 0 form. So what you have to do? Try to factorize this numerator. Okay, you can factorize this numerator easily. X square minus 2x minus 8. This we can write as what? See, x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Yes or no? This middle term minus 2x. This we can write as what? Minus 4x plus 2x. We have used here the factorization method which we have seen in quadratic equations. X square minus 2x minus 8. This we can write as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Now in the first two terms you can take x common. So what will come in bracket? X minus 4. and now in this last two terms you can take 2 common. So what will come in brackets? X minus 4. You can write it as x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 4. Okay. Now instead of this x square minus 2x minus 8, I am writing here x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 4. X plus 2 multiplied by x minus 4. And what is there in the denominator? X minus 4. Limit x tends to 4. You can now eliminate this x minus 4 from numerator and denominator. What is remaining now? Just x plus 2. Limit x tends to 4, x plus 2. Now put value of x as 4, you will get the answer. So 4 plus 2 is what? 6. This is another method which you can get the answer. Okay. Which option is correct here? Option D is the correct answer. I hope all of you have understood this thing. Now see question number 33. This question number 33 is of relations. Which of the following relations is transitive but not reflexive for the set S? They have asked which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive. And the set which they have given is what? Set S contains the elements 3, 4, 6. Okay, if the relation is reflexive, okay, if the relation is reflexive, definitely it should contain these ordered pairs 3, 3, 4, 4 and 6, 6. Okay, any other ordered pair can also be there, but these 3 ordered pairs should also be definitely there. Okay, if the relation is reflexive, then these 3 ordered pairs should be definitely there. Apart from these 3 ordered pairs, any other ordered pair can also be there, but these 3 ordered pairs should definitely be there in the relation. Now see what they have asked: which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive? They have asked which of the relations is transitive but not reflexive. You can see in this option C that 3, 3 is there, 4, 4 is there, and 6, 6 is there. Okay, so this relation is definitely reflexive. This relation is definitely reflexive. Okay, and what they have asked, which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive? So you can choose here option C as the answer. You can choose here option C as the answer, but what they have asked, which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive? Sorry. Question number C is not correct. Option C is not correct. What they have asked, which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive? But here option C is what? Reflexive. You can eliminate option C. Okay, option C is not the answer, but you can eliminate option number C. Why? Because in option number C you can see that 3, 3, 4, 4 and 6, 6. These 3 ordered pairs are there. So definitely this relation is what? Reflexive. Okay, so option C is incorrect. You can directly eliminate option C. Now you can eliminate option number B also. Okay, why you can eliminate option number B? Because you can see that in this set S, the elements which are there are what? 3, 4 and 6. There is no element 1. So definitely 1 cannot be there in the option. You can eliminate option number B also. So option number B and option number C is eliminated. Now see, we are checking here option number D. Option number D. You can see here that in option number D, the ordered pairs which are there in the relation are 3, 4 and 4, 3. So definitely this relation is not reflexive. Okay, this relation is not reflexive because these 3 ordered pairs are not there in the relation. So this relation is not reflexive. But now you have to check whether this relation is transitive or not. Okay, what is the condition for transitive relation? See, I am writing here. If ordered pair A, B belongs to relation and ordered pair B, C belongs to relation. Okay, if ordered pair A, B belongs to relation and ordered pair B, C belongs to relation, then for relation to be transitive, ordered pair A, C should also belongs to relation. Okay, here you can see that this ordered pair is ending on B and this ordered pair is what? Starting from B. Okay, if these 2 ordered pairs are there in the relation, then for relation to be transitive, ordered pair A, C should also be there in the relation. Okay, now here you can see that this ordered pair 3, 4 is there in the relation. Ordered pair 4, 3 is also there in the relation. So this is in the form of A, B and B, C. This is in the form of A, B and B, C. Because you can see here that this first ordered pair is ending on 4 and this second ordered pair is starting from 4. And both of these ordered pairs are there in the relation. Now tell me what is the corresponding A, C here. So A is what? 3 and C is what? 3. And 3, 3 is not there in the relation. Okay, so this relation is not transitive also. This relation is not transitive. You can eliminate option number D also. Okay, why we have eliminated option number D? Because option number D is not transitive as well as not reflexive. Okay, so option number D is also wrong. We want the relation which is transitive but not reflexive. Now we have eliminated option number B, C and D. So definitely option A has to be the correct answer. Okay, understood? Any doubt in it? Okay, so we have completed this question number 33 also. And there is very rare chance of asking question from sets. Okay, most of the times they ask question from just there is very rare chance of asking question based on relations. Okay, there is very rare chance of asking question based on relations. Most of the questions which they ask from this chapter are from sets, functions and limits. Okay, and sets is the most important part, because you will find mostly two questions from sets, one question from function and one question from limits. Okay, two questions from set, one question from function and one question from, clear? Okay, I'm checking whether any other question is there or not from sets, relations and functions in this September 25 paper. I think this is September 25 paper. Yes. Okay, there are some questions in this paper also. Question number 33, 34, these two questions are from sets, relations and functions chapter. Question number 33 and question number 34. So first we are solving question number 34. All of you quickly read this question. Set S contains the elements A, B, C, D and E. The number of non-empty proper subsets of S is, what they have asked here, number of non-empty proper subsets of S. Okay, now this question is also very, very important. If let's say this word non-empty is not there, okay, if let's say this word non-empty is not there, if they have asked here just proper subsets of S, what is the formula to find number of proper subsets? 2 to the power n minus 1. And n is what? Cardinal number of the set, number of elements in the set. How many elements are there in set S? 5. So 2 to the power 5 minus 1. What you are getting? 31. Okay. But in this question, 31 is not the answer. Why? Because they have not asked just proper subsets. What they have asked? Non-empty proper subsets. It means you cannot consider null set as the subset here. So again, you have to exclude 1. So 31 minus 1 is what? 30. Okay. If you are choosing here 31 as the answer, this is wrong. The correct answer is 30. If they would have asked here just number of proper subsets, then answer is 31. But here what they have asked? Number of non-empty proper subsets. So you have to exclude the null set. Okay. In this 31 proper subsets, null set is also included. Okay. And null set is what? Empty set. So what you have to do? You have to exclude that null set also. So 31 minus 1 is what? 30. Which option is correct? Option A. If they are asking just number of proper subsets, answer is 31. If they are asking just number of subsets, then answer is what? 32. And if they are asking number of non-empty proper subsets, then answer is what? 30. Okay. Question number 33. For a relation A or B represents that A is related to B. If for all A, B, C, A is related to B and B is related to C gives that A is related to C, then the relation is, just now I have told this thing, A, B belongs to relation, ordered pair A, B belongs to relation, and ordered pair B, C also belongs to relation. It is given in question that A is related to B, A is related to B and B is related to C. And from these two things, what we can imply? That ordered pair A, C also belongs to relation R. Okay, A is also related to C. From these two things, we can conclude that A is also related to C. So this is the condition for transitive relation. If A, B belongs to relation R and B, C belongs to relation R, then A, C also belongs to relation R. This is the condition for transitive relation. Which option you have to choose? Option C. Okay. This is question number 36 now. Okay, question number 36. In this question number 36, we have to find inverse function. Okay, we have to find inverse function. Now see how to solve the questions in which we have to find inverse function. It is given that f of x is what? 2 plus 3x divided by x plus 5. Instead of f of x, okay, instead of f of x, first write y. Y is equals to, y is equals to 2 plus 3x upon x plus 5. y is equals to what? 2 plus 3x upon x plus 5. Okay. Now the next step is what? You have to find the value of x in terms of y. In order to find the inverse function, okay, in order to find the inverse function, now what you have to do? You have to find the value of x in terms of y. So for that, what we have to do now? Cross multiplication. xy plus 5y is equals to 2 plus 3x. Here x multiplied by y is what? Xy, and 5 multiplied by y is what? 5y. xy plus 5y is equals to 2 plus 3x. You have to find the value of x in terms of y. Okay, whenever we have to find inverse function, your next step should be what? You have to find the value of x in terms of y. Now what we have to do? You have to take x terms on one side and remaining terms on the opposite side. So this plus 3x when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 3x. And this plus 5y when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Minus 5y. xy minus 3x is equals to xy minus 3x is equals to 2 minus 5y. Okay. Now what you can take common on the left hand side? You can take x common. So what will come in bracket? Y minus 3 is equals to 2 minus 5y. What is the value of x in terms of y? The value of x in terms of y is what? 2 minus 5y upon y minus 3. 2 minus 5y upon y minus 3. Which option is correct? Option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Or it is possible that they will give you the option like this, that inverse function is 2 minus 5x upon x minus 3. They can also give the option like this, that inverse function is what? 2 minus 5x upon x minus 3. Okay. Once you get the value of x in terms of y, then the next step is what? You have to write instead of x, inverse function of x, and wherever y is there, instead of y, what you have to write? X. It is possible that, okay, they can give here the option as 2 minus 5x upon x minus 3. So don't get confused. Clear? In this question number 36, option C is the answer. This question number 35 is also based on function, okay, composite functions. Question number 35 is based on composite functions. What they have given here, see, f of y is equals to 1 upon 1 plus y, and g of y is equals to y plus 1 upon y. What they have asked here? Fog of y, okay, f of g of y. This question is also very simple. How to find the answer for this thing? It is given that f of y is what? 1 upon 1 plus y. F of y is 1 upon 1 plus y, and g of y is y plus 1 upon y. Okay. And what they have asked? They have asked us f of g of y. You can read it as f of g of y, or you can also read it as fog y. Now you can write it like this way: f, then in brackets g of y. You can write this thing as what? F, then in brackets g of y. G of y is already given in the question. What is g of y? Y plus 1 upon y. So right now this thing, f, then in brackets y plus 1 upon y. We know that f of y is what? 1 upon 1 plus y. Okay, f of y is what? 1 upon 1 plus y. But what they have asked now? F of y plus 1 upon y. What we have to do? Wherever y is there, instead of y, what we have to write now? Y plus 1 upon y. Okay, we know that f of y is what? 1 upon 1 plus y. Now how to find value of f of y plus 1 upon y? Wherever y is there, okay, in this expression, wherever y is there, instead of y, what we have to write now? Y plus 1 upon y. What is the answer? See, 1 upon 1 plus y plus 1 upon y. Quickly add this thing. You have to do cross multiplication. 1 multiplied by y is what? Y. 1 upon y plus 1 whole divided by y. This y will come in the numerator. So what is the final answer? Y divided by y plus y is what? 2y. So y divided by 2y plus y. This is the answer. Okay, y upon 2y plus 1. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. Okay. The answer for question number 35 is option A. They have not asked, I think, any question of limits in this paper. Yes. They have not asked any question of limits. Okay. So we have solved all the questions which they have asked from sets, relations and functions in this September 25. Clear? I am giving you one more question in which you have to find composite function. Write this example. Let's say f of x is 3x square and g of x is x plus 5. Okay, and you have to find now g of f of x. You have to find g of x. Okay, g of f of x. So how to find now g of f of x? See, you can write this thing as g and in brackets f of x. F of x is given in question, which is what? 3x square. So g of 3x square. We already know that g of x is what? What is g of x in this example? G of x is x plus 5. Okay, g of x is x plus 5. But now what we have to find? G of 3x square. So wherever x is there, okay, in this x plus 5, wherever x is there, instead of x now, what we have to write? 3x square. What is the answer? 3x square plus 5. 3x square plus 5. The answer. All of you have understood this? Okay. So with this, we have completed sets, relations and functions also. Okay, I have taken questions of sets, relations, functions as well as limits from the past year papers. Already we have covered mathematics of finance, equations and sequence and series. Now only, and also we have covered linear inequalities also. Okay, we have covered linear inequalities also. So now only one chapter is pending, which is what? Differentiation and integration, that we will cover afterwards. Okay, so I am taking break for 10 minutes and after that we will start with the statistics questions. Okay, I will start with statistics questions after break. So out of the 8 chapters of business mathematics, we have covered 7 chapters and the remaining chapter, differentiation and integration, okay, calculus, okay, that we will cover after statistics. Or I will upload the revision of differentiation and integration on YouTube channel. You can refer that video if time permits, or you can skip that thing. Okay, I will start by 9:55. I will resume the session by 9:55. I'm taking 10 minutes break and after that we will start with the statistics questions. Okay. Hello. All of you please quickly comment whether audio and video is proper or not. Okay. So before break, we have completed important questions of business mathematics part. Okay. And now I am starting with statistics questions. So for statistics also, what I am doing, I am taking the questions of statistics from past year papers for all the chapters, and most of the questions which I will be taking now, you can see similar questions in your exam also. Okay. And also I've already told you that statistics questions are very, very simple questions as compared to business mathematics, because most of the questions of statistics are directly from set A and set B questions. So if you are already solved, okay, if you have already solved set A and set B questions of all the chapters of statistics, you will find at least 25-27 questions in your paper from that set A and set B questions only. Even they will not change the figures also. Okay. And the statistics questions are simple because there is also one more reason. You can solve 40 questions of statistics in very less time. Okay. It will take just half an hour, 30 minutes to solve all the 40 questions of statistics. Clear? I am starting with statistics, and for that I am taking first one of the past year papers. Yeah, this paper is of May 2025 exam. And we are solving now question number 70, 71. See, these two questions already we have solved in yesterday's class. In yesterday's class, I have taken the revision of measures of central tendency and dispersion chapter. And these two questions we have already solved in set B. These two questions, exact same question. They have not changed the figures also. These two questions were there in set B. I think the answer of this question number 70 is option B, 583.33 kilometers per hour. I have already told you, whenever we have to find average speed, it means we have to find the harmonic mean. We have to find harmonic mean of 500 and 700. Harmonic mean of 500 and 700 is what? 2 multiplied by 500 multiplied by 700 divided by 500 plus 700, which is what? 1200. You will get the answer as option B. In this question number 71, they have given that arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two numbers are 6.5 and 6 respectively. You have to find the two numbers. You can solve this question by using the options. Here also you will get option number B as the answer. Okay. Arithmetic mean of 9 and 4 is what? 6.5. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 upon 2 is what? 6.5. And geometric mean of 9 and 4 is what? 6. 9 multiplied by 4 is what? 36, and square root of 36 is 6. Okay. So most of the questions you will find exactly same from either set A questions or set B questions. Now see this question number 72. Which of the following is not a method of dispersion? Okay. Standard deviation, mean deviation, range, concurrent deviation method. Standard deviation, mean deviation and range. All these three are method of dispersion. Concurrent deviation method is method to find correlation coefficient. Okay, so option D is the answer. After this, the question number 75. Which one of the following is the absolute measure of dispersion for open-ended distribution? This question is also there in set A. Okay, I think in dispersion unit this exact same question is there in set A. For open-ended distributions, which measure of dispersion is best? Quartile deviation. Because in quartile deviation we consider the central 50% observations. So we are not concerned with the extreme observations here. Which option is correct here? Quartile deviation. Option D. Question number 74. Question number 74. I think this question is also there in set B. Okay, in dispersion unit, this question, exact same question is there in set B. The monthly profit or loss for 6 months of the firm is as under. You have to find the coefficient of range of the above data. What is the formula of coefficient of range? L minus S upon L plus S multiplied by 100. L is largest value and S is what? Smallest value. What is the largest value here? Largest value is 2000. What is the smallest value? Smallest value is minus 400. Okay. Put the values now. largest value is 2000 minus smallest value is minus 400 divided by L plus S. So 2000 plus minus 400 multiplied by 100. Now 2000 minus of minus 400 is what? 2400 divided by 2000 plus minus 400 is what? 1600. You have to write 1600 in the denominator multiplied by 100. What is the answer? 24 divided by 16 multiplied by 100. 150. Which option is correct? Option B. Okay. Question number 77. Which of the following measure of central tendency is based on only 50% of the central values? Geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, mode. What is the answer? Median. This exact same question is there in measures of central tendency unit. Okay, I think this question is there in set A. All these questions are very simple questions. Question number 78. Arithmetic mean and mode of the data are 32 and 26 respectively. You have to find the median of the data. Which formula we have to use here? Mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean. Okay, mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean. Now, mode is given in question. What is mode? 26. Median we have to find out. Okay, median we have to find out. Minus 2 times mean. Mean is also given in question. Mean is what? 32. So 2 multiplied by 32. Now this 2 multiplied by 32 is what? 64. So minus 64 when shifted to opposite side, it will become what? Plus 64. So 26 plus 64 is what? 90. 90 is equals to 3 times median. Therefore median is equals to what? 90 divided by 3 is what? 30. Which option is correct? Option A. Okay. Question number 79. We have to find the mode for this discrete data. How to find mode? Okay, mode is the observation which is occurring maximum number of times. This question number 79 is also very simple question. Check which observation is occurring here maximum number of times. Here you can see that 125 is occurring for 1 time, 2 times and 3 times. Okay, 125 is the observation which is occurring maximum number of times. 125 is the answer for question number 79. Okay. Question number 76. This question is also very simple question. Question number 76. Mean of the frequency distribution is 2.6. You have to find the value of y. Okay, this y is unknown. We have to find the value of this y. You can see here that this is simple frequency distribution. Okay, this is simple frequency distribution and the mean of simple frequency distribution is given, which is what? 2.6. We have to find the value of y. Okay, we have to find here the value of y. Which formula we can use here? The formula to find mean of simple frequency distribution is summation of fi xi divided by capital N. Here this marks is what? Xi and this number of students is what? Frequency. Okay. Now see how to find summation of fi xi here. So 8 multiplied by 1 is what? 8. I am writing here 8 plus 10 multiplied by 2 is what? 20. Y multiplied by 3 is what? 3y. 2 multiplied by 4 is what? 8 and 4 multiplied by 5 is what? 20. Divided by N is what here? In this formula N is what? Summation of frequency. 8 plus 10 plus y plus 2 plus 4. 8 plus 10 is what? 18. 18 plus 2 is what? 20. 20 plus 4 is what? 24. You can write 24 plus y in denominator. Okay. Capital N is 24 plus y. Mean is what? 2.6. Mean of this simple frequency distribution is 2.6. Now do the cross multiplication. So 24 multiplied by 2.6. 24 multiplied by 2.6. What you are getting? 62.4. 62.4 plus y multiplied by 2.6 is what? 2.6y is equals to. Now 8 plus 20 is what? 28. 28 plus 8 is what? 36. 36 plus 20 is what? 56. 56 plus 3y. This plus 3y when shifted to opposite side, it will become minus 3y. So 2.6y minus 3y is what? Minus 0.4y is equals to. This 62.4 when shifted to opposite side, it will become minus 62.4. So 56 minus 62.4 is what? Minus 6.4. Minus sign will get cancelled. 6.4 divided by 0.4. What is the answer? 16. Y is equals to 16. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. One second. You can also solve this question number 73. Okay, question number 73. You have to find here coefficient of variation. We have to find coefficient of variation. What is the formula of coefficient of variation? Standard deviation upon arithmetic mean multiplied by 100. Standard deviation is given in question. What is the standard deviation? 3. Now we have to find arithmetic mean. How to find arithmetic mean here? See here, arithmetic mean is what? Summation of fx divided by capital N. Okay, we can use this formula to find arithmetic mean. Summation of fx divided by capital N. Summation of fx is what? 280 and capital N is what? 14. So 280 divided by 14 is what? 20. Standard deviation is 3, arithmetic mean is 20. So 3 upon 20 multiplied by 100. What is the answer here? 15. Option B is the correct answer. Okay. All the questions which they have asked from measures of central tendency and dispersion, all these questions are very simple questions. Okay. Now we are solving questions of probability. Okay. And I will also take questions of permutations and combinations along with probability. Okay. So first try to get the answer for this question number 81. Question number 81. A number is selected from the first 20 natural numbers. Find the probability that it would be divisible by 3 or 7 is. Or means what? Union. Or means union. And means intersection. Or means union. Okay. So here we have to find probability of A union B. Event A is what? A random number which we are picking that is divisible by 3. What is event B? Random number which we are picking that is divisible by 7. Probability of A union B is what? Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay. Now tell me, in first 20 natural numbers, how many numbers are there which are divisible by 3? In first 20 natural numbers, how many numbers are there which are divisible by 3? There are 6 numbers. What you can do here, see, 20 divided by 3. And just write the integer part, which is what? 6. There are 6 numbers in first 20 natural numbers which are divisible by 3. What is probability of A here? 6 by 20. Number of favorable outcomes is 6 and total number of outcomes is 20. Plus, now write probability of B. In first 20 natural numbers, how many numbers are there which are divisible by 7? There are only 2 numbers in first 20 natural numbers which are divisible by 7. Because see, 20 divided by 7 is what? 2 point something. So just you have to write the integer part 2. Okay. So probability of B is what? 2 by 20. Probability of B is 2 by 20. There are only 2 numbers in the first 20 natural numbers which are divisible by 7. So number of favorable outcomes is 2 and total number of outcomes is 20. Now minus probability of A intersection B. What is the meaning of this probability of A intersection B? Probability that a number selected at random is divisible by both 3 as well as 7. Okay. Now see, the first natural number which is divisible by both 3 as well as 7 is what? 3 multiplied by 7, 21. You have to find LCM of 3 and 7. And what is the LCM of 3 and 7? 21. LCM of 3 and 7. LCM of 3 and 7 is what? 21. Okay. The first natural number which is divisible by both 3 as well as 7 is what? 21. So definitely in first 20 natural numbers there is no number which is divisible by both 3 as well as 7. So here what we have to write? 0 upon 20. Number of favorable outcomes is 0 and total number of outcomes is 20. So what is the answer? 6 by 20 plus 2 by 20. You can write it as 8 by 20. Which option is correct? Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Now we are solving question number 84. Question number 84. 2 cards are drawn from a pack of 52 cards. The probability that one is a spade and one is a heart is. Okay. What we have to find here? Probability that one is a spade and one is heart is. Now see how to solve this question. Either you can use here the concept of combination also, or you can get the answer directly here. Let's say the first card which we are picking is of spade and the second card which we are picking is of heart. Okay. Now tell me, what is the probability that a card drawn at random is of spade? There are 13 cards of spade and total number of cards are what? 52. So 13 by 52. Okay, 13 by 52. Clear? Now, what is the probability that a card drawn at random is of heart? See, already we have picked one card. So how many cards are remaining now? 51 cards are remaining. Now out of this 51 cards, how many cards are there of heart? 13. What is the probability that the other card drawn is of heart? 13 by 51. 13 by 52 multiplied by 13 by 51. Okay. Probability that the first card drawn is of spade and the second card drawn is of heart is what? 13 by 52 multiplied by 13 by 51. There is one more case here, that the first card drawn is of heart and second card drawn is of spade. What is the probability that the first card drawn is of heart? 13 by 52. There are 13 cards of heart and total number of cards are 52. What is the probability now that the second card drawn is of spade? Okay. It will be what? 13 by 51, because already we have picked one card. How many cards are remaining now? 51. And out of these 51 cards, how many cards are there of spade? 13. So 13 by 51. We have to add these two probabilities and this will give us the final answer. Okay. And here see, you can simplify this. 13 ones are 13. 13 multiplied by 4 is what? 52. So what we are getting here? 13 divided by 15 multiplied by 4 is what? 204. Again you will get the same thing here. 13 ones are 13 and 13 fours are 52. You will get this as what? 13 by 204. Add these two probabilities. Add these two probabilities. 13 by 204 plus 13 by 204. What you are getting? 26 by 204. 26 divided by 204. Now you can also write this as what? 2 multiplied by 13 is what? 2 multiplied by 13 is 26 and 2 multiplied by 102 is what? 204. Which option is correct? Option D. 13 by 102. Option D is the correct answer. 13 by 102. Okay. Question number 86. Now this question is very common. You can give the answer orally for this. In a leap year, what is the probability that there will be 53 Sundays? What is the answer? 2 by 7. Option D is the correct answer. Even if instead of Sunday, let's say if I am writing a Monday, then also answer is what? 2 by 7. Okay. How to solve this question? Total how many days are there in leap year? There are 366 days in leap year. Okay. So complete weeks will be what? There are 52 complete weeks. In this 52 weeks, how many days are there? 52 multiplied by 7 is what? 364 days. So remaining, how many days are there now? Remaining 2 days are there. Okay. In a leap year, there are 52 complete weeks and there are remaining 2 days. So definitely each of the day occurs for 52 times. If there are 52 complete weeks, it means each of the day, okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, okay, till Saturday, each of these days will occur definitely for 52 times. Now in this remaining 2 days, what can be the possible outcomes? Let's say Monday, Tuesday, or it can be Tuesday, Wednesday, or it can be Wednesday, Thursday, or it can be Thursday, Friday, or it can be Friday, Saturday, or it can be Saturday, Sunday, or it can be Sunday, Monday. Okay. Total number of outcomes are what? 7. Total number of outcomes are 7. And we have to find the probability that there will be 53 Sundays. So which are the favorable outcomes here? Which are the favorable outcomes? Saturday, Sunday is the favorable outcome. And this Sunday, Monday is the favorable outcome. What is the probability? 2 by 7. 2 by 7. Which option is correct? Option D is the correct answer. Okay. I have already told you that the questions of statistics are very, very simple questions. And you will find all these questions in set A and set B questions of probability chapter. The questions which we have solved, okay, all these questions are there in set A and set B questions in probability chapter. Okay. We are solving this question number 85 also now. Question number 85. A problem is given to 5 students P, Q, R, S and T. If the probability of solving the problem individually is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 by 5 and 1 by 6. Probability that the problem is solved. I think there is some printing mistake here. If the probability of solving the problem individually is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 by 5 and 1 by 6. What is the probability that the problem will be solved? Okay. I think this is the printing mistake. You have to find the probability. You have to find the probability that the problem will be solved. Okay. Now how to solve this question? There is one shortcut to get the answer for this question. Okay. What is the shortcut? Find the probability that a problem will not be solved by person P. Probability that a problem will be solved by person P is what? 1 by 2. So probability that a problem will not be solved by person P is what? 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is what? 1 by 2. Probability of P dash is what? 1 minus 1 by 2, which is equals to what? 1 by 2. What is the meaning of this thing? Probability of P dash means what? Probability that a problem will not be solved by person P is what? 1 by 2. Similarly, now find probability of Q dash, probability of R dash, probability of S dash, and probability of T dash. What is probability of S dash? 1 minus 1 by 3, which is equals to what? 2 by 3. Probability of R dash is what? 1 minus 2 by 3 is equals to what? 1 by 3. I am writing here probability of S dash is what? 1 minus 1 by 5 is what? 4 by 5. And at last, 1 second. Probability of T dash. The probability of T dash is what? Probability of T dash. This is 1 minus 1 by 6, which is equals to what? 5 by 6. Okay. Now we are finding the probability that a problem is not solved by any of the students. Okay. First we are finding the probability that a problem is not solved by any of the students. So how to find the probability that a problem is not solved by any of the students? You have to multiply all these probabilities. 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 5 multiplied by 5 by 6. All of you quickly multiply these probabilities. Okay, I am writing here. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2 upon 3 multiplied by 1 upon 3 multiplied by 4 upon 5 multiplied by 5 upon 6. You can see here that this 2 gets cancelled. This 5 also gets cancelled. Okay. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 and 2 multiplied by 3 is what? 6. So what you are getting? 2 by 9. Probability that a problem is not solved by any of the students is what? 2 by 9. But this is not the answer. What they have asked? Probability that a problem is solved by any of the students. So what is the answer? 1 minus 2 by 9. The final answer is what? 1 minus 2 by 9. What is 1 minus 2 by 9? See here I am writing 1 minus 2 by 9. 1 minus 2 by 9 is what? 7 by 9. Find 7 by 9 on calculator. 0.777 you are getting. So you can write it as 0.78. They have not given here any of the options as 0.78. Let me check whether I have made some mistake or not. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, correct. 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. 1 minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 5 is what? 4 by 5. And 1 minus 1 by 6 is what? 5 by 6. Now 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 5 multiplied by 5 by 6. This 5 gets cancelled. And also this 2 gets cancelled. 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. So you're getting 2 in the numerator. And 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 is 27. Okay, I have made mistake here. Multiplication mistake. 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 is what? 27. Okay. The final answer is what? 1 minus 2 by 27. 1 minus 2 by 27. Which is what? 25 by 27. So 25 by 27 is what? 25 by 27 is 0.9259. If you are rounding it off up to 2 decimal places, the answer is what? 0.93. Okay. If they would have asked here, what is the probability that a problem is not solved by any of the student? Then answer is what? 2 by 27. Probability that a problem is not solved by any of the student, then answer is what? 2 by 27. But what they have asked in the question, probability that a problem is solved by any of the student. So answer is what? 25 by 27, and 25 by 27 is what? 0.93. This question is also very important, and the similar type of question is there in the illustration. Okay, in probability chapter, they have given similar illustration. So if you have solved illustrations and set A and set B questions, definitely you will be able to get all the 40 questions correct in probability. Sorry, all the 40 questions correct in statistics. Okay. Question number 83. I am solving now this question number 83. You can expect 6 questions from probability chapter. They will ask around 10 to 12 questions from measures of central tendency and dispersion. And after they will ask 6 questions from probability, 6 questions from correlation and regression. 6 questions they will ask from theoretical distribution also, and 4 to 5 questions from index numbers, and around 8 to 10 questions from chapter number 1. Okay, chapter number 1 of statistics is also very important. Sampling, they will ask sampling, from sampling unit they will ask around 2 questions, and from statistical description of data they will ask around 5 to 6 questions. Okay, we are solving now this question number 83. In a class there are 15 boys and 10 girls. 3 students are selected at random. The probability that 1 girl and 2 boys are selected is. Now see how to solve this question. Total number of boys are 15 and total number of girls are 10. 3 students are selected at random. Okay. 3 students are selected at random. The probability that one girl and two boys are selected is. In order to solve this question number 83, we have to use the concept of combinations also. Okay, you cannot get the answer directly for this question number 83. You have to use the concept of combination. First, you can find total number of outcomes. How to find total number of outcomes here? Total number of persons are 25. Okay, there are 25 persons, 15 boys and 10 girls. It means there are total 25 persons. And out of this 25 persons, we have to select 3 students. Okay, out of this 25 students, we have to select 3 students. So total number of outcomes is what? Total number of outcomes is 25C3. Total number of outcomes is 25C3. Okay. Now, how to find favorable outcome here? Okay, how to find favorable outcome? Probability that one girl and 2 boys are selected is. You have to find the probability that one girl and 2 boys are selected is. Total 10 girls are there. Okay, total 10 girls are there. And from this 10 girls, we have to select one girl. This can be done in 10C1 number of ways. Okay. Total how many boys are there? 15. From this 15 boys, we have to select how many boys? 2 boys. This can be done in 15C2 number of ways. Okay. This is number of favorable outcomes. And this 25C3 is what? Total number of outcomes. So probability is what? Number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So I am writing here 10C1 multiplied by 15C2 divided by 25C3. Okay. What is the value of 25C3? You can find it on calculator also. 25C3 is what? Basically 25 factorial divided by 3 factorial multiplied by 25 minus 3 is what? 22 factorial. First find 25 factorial divided by 22 factorial. You have to multiply all the numbers which are coming between 22 and 25. So 23 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 25. 23 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 25. And divided by 3 factorial. What is the value of 3 factorial? 6. So what you are getting? 2300. 2300. Okay. All of you have understood this thing or not? In order to find NCR, we have to use the formula n factorial divided by r factorial multiplied by n minus r factorial. Okay. So here we have to write 25 factorial in numerator, and what we have to write in denominator? 3 factorial multiplied by 22 factorial. Now 25 factorial divided by 22 factorial is what? 23 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 25. And then you have to divide it by 3 factorial, which is what? 6. You will get this as 2300. Okay. Now find the value of 10C1 multiplied by 15C2. So 10C1 is what? 10. Value of 10C1 is what? 10. And 15C2 is what? 15C2 is 15 multiplied by 14 divided by 2. What you are getting? 105. 105. So what you are getting? 1050. The number of favorable outcomes is 1050 and total number of outcomes is 2300. You can write it as 105 divided by 230. 105 divided by 230. Now, both of these numbers are divisible by 5. So, you can further simplify. 5 multiplied by 21 is 105 and 5 multiplied by 46 is what? 230. What is the answer? 21 by 46. Which option is correct? Option A. Option A is the correct answer. 21 by 46. Okay. This question number 82 is also there in probability chapter. Okay, they have given the exact same question in illustrations. All of you quickly read this question number 82 now. A father had 3 sons, namely Kailash, Harish and Prakash. All are above 65 years in age. Prakash happens to be the eldest while Kailash is youngest. As per the health history, it is estimated that the probability that Kailash survives another 5 years is 4 by 5. Harish survives another 5 years is 3 by 5. And Prakash survives another 5 years is 1 by 2. The probability is that Kailash and Harish survive another 5 years is 0.46. Harish and Prakash survive another 5 years is 0.32. And Kailash and Prakash survive another 5 years is 0.48. The probability that all 3 sons survive another 5 years is 0.26. What shall be the probability that at least one of them survives for another 5 years? This question is based on the formula of probability of A union B union C. Okay. What is the formula of probability of A union B union C? Probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection B minus probability of B intersection C minus probability of A intersection C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C. Okay. So here what is probability of A? What is probability of A? 4 by 5. Probability of A means what? Probability that Kailash survives for another 5 years, which is what? 4 by 5. You can write it as 0.8 plus probability of B is what? 3 by 5. Probability of B means what here? Probability that Harish survives for another 5 years. Probability that Harish survives for another 5 years is what? 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is what? 0.6. And probability of C is what? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 you can write directly as what? 0.5. Now minus probability of A intersection B. What is probability of A intersection B here? 0.46. 0.46 minus probability of B intersection C. What is B intersection C here? 0.32 minus probability of A intersection C. What is probability of A intersection C? 0.48 minus 0.48 plus probability of A intersection B intersection C, which is what? 0.26. Quickly find this on calculator now. So 0.8 plus 0.6 plus 0.5 minus 0.46 minus 0.32 minus 0.48 plus 0.26. What you are getting? 0.9. Which option is correct? 9 by 10. You can write 0.9 as what? 9 by 10. Option D is the correct answer. This question is not lengthy. Okay. It will take time to read this question, but just by using the formula of probability of A union B union C, you will get the answer. So it will not take more than 1 minute to get the answer for this question number 82. Okay. There is one more question based on probability. Question number 80. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. Find the probability that the sum of the digits on the two dice would be 8 or more. Okay, 8 or more. So here the sum of the digits on the two dice can be either 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. Okay. Write the outcomes in which sum of the digits on the two dice can be 8. Here I am writing all the favorable outcomes. You can write here 2, 6, then 3, 5, after that 4, 4, 5, 3 and 6, 2. Can we write 1, 7? No, we cannot write 1, 7 because that is not possible. Now write all the outcomes in which we can get sum of the two digits on the dice as 9. So here you can write 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 4 and 6, 3. You can see the pattern here. There are 4 outcomes in which we can get sum as 8. Sorry, there are 5 outcomes. There are 5 outcomes in which we can get sum as 8. There are 4 outcomes in which we can get sum as 9. There will be 3 outcomes in which we can get sum as 10. What are those outcomes? The 4, 6, 5, 5 and 6, 4. After that, there will be only 2 outcomes in which we can get sum as 11. What are those 2 outcomes? 5, 6 and 6, 5. There is only single outcome in which we can get sum as 12. The number of favorable outcomes is what? 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is what? 15. Number of favorable outcomes is 15 and total number of outcomes is what? 36. Okay, if we are rolling 2 dice simultaneously, then total number of outcomes is what? 36. So 15 divided by 36. We can write it as 5 by 12. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15 and 3 multiplied by 12 is 36. 5 by 12. Which option is correct? Option. Okay. I am now taking some of the questions of correlation and regression. Okay, or first I am taking questions of theoretical distribution. First I am taking questions of theoretical distribution. This question number 87 is based on theoretical distribution chapter. Quickly read this question number 87. Poisson probability distribution is appropriately applied in. We already know this thing that binomial distribution and Poisson distribution applies on discrete random variable and normal distribution applies on continuous random variable. Okay. Height of students, this is continuous random variable, so definitely this option is wrong. Distribution of passing of students in university examination, this option is correct answer. Tossing of coin 100 times, this is also wrong. Okay, tossing of a coin 100 times and number of deaths by a rare disease. Which option is the most appropriate one here? Okay, you might get confused here that option number B is correct or option number C is correct or option number D is correct. So which option is the most appropriate one? Definitely option number A is wrong. Okay, definitely option number A is wrong because height is what? Continuous random variable. So option A cannot be the answer. But here among now this option number B, C and D, which is the most appropriate one? Option number D is the most appropriate one. Why? Because in Poisson distribution, number of trials are very large and probability of success is what? Very small. So probability that a person dies by a rare disease is what? Very less. Okay, probability that a person dies by a rare disease is what? Very less. Okay, and total number of persons in the population is what? Very large. So here you have to choose option number D, number of deaths by a rare disease. Okay, and at the time of studying Poisson distribution also I have given this type of examples, or you can Give the example of Poisson distribution as number of accidents on a busy road per minute. Number of accidents on a busy road per minute. This is also Poisson distribution. Clear? This type of simple questions also they can ask in exam. This question will not take more than 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, but if you are not reading all the options, there is a chance that you might choose option number B as the answer, because you will say that option number B is what? Discrete random variable. You might choose the option number B as the answer, which is wrong, because out of option number B, C and D, which is the most appropriate one? Option D. Okay. Question number 88 now. Question number 88. If the points of inflection of a normal curve are 6 and 14, then the standard deviation of the distribution is. What is the formula of points of inflection? Mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. Here mu minus sigma is 6 and mu plus sigma is 14. Okay. What they are? Standard deviation. See what I am doing here? I am adding both these equations. Mu plus mu is what? 2 mu, and minus sigma plus sigma will get cancelled, and 6 plus 14 is what? 20. We have got the value of mu as 10. Okay, but they have not asked mu. What they have asked here? Standard deviation. You have to find the value of sigma. Now in this equation I am putting the value of mu as 10. 10 plus sigma is equals to 14. So therefore sigma is equals to what? 14 minus 10 is what? 4. Which option is correct? Option A. Okay. Question number 89. Now we are solving this question number 89. This exact same question, question number 88 and question number 89. Both of these questions are there in set B. Okay, in theoretical distribution chapter, you can find exact same questions in set B. Question number 88 and question number 89, they have asked exactly same questions from the study material. Okay. What is the probability of making 3 correct guesses in 5 true or false answer type questions? This question is based on the concept of binomial distribution. Okay. And what is the formula to find probability in binomial distribution? I am writing the formula NCX multiplied by P to the power X multiplied by Q to the power N minus X. Okay. What is N in this question? 5. Total number of questions are what? 5. So N is 5. You have to find the probability of making 3 correct guesses. So here X is what? 3. I am writing here 5 C3. What is the probability that the answer of a true or false question is correct? 1 by 2. Okay. What is the probability of success here? 1 by 2. I am writing here 1 by 2 to the power X is what? 3. What is the probability of failure? If probability of success is 1 by 2, then probability of failure is what? 1 minus 1 by 2, which is again 1 by 2. 1 by 2 to the power N minus X. 5 minus 3 is what? 2. Okay. Now find the value of 5C3. 5C3 is what? 10. Okay. You can easily find the value of 5C3 by using the formula of NCR. N factorial divided by R factorial multiplied by N minus R factorial. So you will find that the value of 5C3 is what? 10. So I am writing here 10 multiplied by 1 by 2 to the power 5. You can see here that the base is same and we are multiplying the terms. It means we have to add the powers. 3 plus 2 is what? 5. Now 10 divided by 2 to the power 5 is what? 32. So 10 upon 32. 10 upon 32. What you are getting? 0.3125. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 90. Question number 90. If 5% of the families in large population city do not use gas as a fuel, what will be the probability of selecting 10 families in a random sample of 100 families who do not use gas as a fuel? It is given that e to the power minus 5 is what? 0.0067. Now, they have given the value of e to the power minus 5. So, definitely, this question is based on Poisson distribution. Okay. By seeing this thing, we are getting a hint that the question is based on Poisson distribution. What is the formula to find probability in Poisson distribution? E to the power minus m multiplied by m to the power x divided by x factorial. Okay, e to the power minus m multiplied by m to the power x divided by x factorial. Okay, now here what is the value of m? Okay, how to find value of m here? Very simple. The value of m is 5. The value of m is 5. How we have got this thing? Total how many families are there? 100. And 100 multiplied by 5%. Okay, 100 multiplied by 5% is what? 5. So here m is what? 5. E to the power minus 5. I am writing here. E to the power minus 5 multiplied by m is what? 5. And x is what here? What they have asked here, what is the probability of selecting 10 families in a random sample of 100 families who do not use gas as a fuel? Okay. What is the probability of selecting 10 families in a random sample of 100 families who do not use gas as a fuel? So e to the power minus 5 multiplied by m to the power x. So m is what here? 5. X is what? 10. X is 10 divided by x factorial. So divided by 10 factorial. Divided by 10 factorial. Now e to the power minus 5 is given in question 0.0067. You have to find now 5 to the power 10 and then you have to divide it by 10 factorial. Okay. I am first finding the value of 5 to the power 10. So 5 to the power 10 is 5. Then press the multiplication sign and now press equals to sign for 9 times. What you are getting? I am writing here. E to the power minus 5 is what? 0.0067 multiplied by 5 to the power 10. 1 second. 5 to the power 10 is what? 9765625 divided by. Now find the value of 10 factorial. How to find 10 factorial? We have to multiply 10 and all the positive integers which are below 10. So 10 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. What you are getting? 3628800. Okay. Now find the value of this thing on calculator. 0.0067 multiplied by 9765625 divided by 3628800. What you are getting? 0.01803 something. Which option is correct? Option C is the correct answer. Okay, option C is the correct answer. 0.018. Clear? Okay. Now we are solving some of the questions from correlation and regression chapter. Correlation and regression chapter. I am taking first question number 93. Question number 93. For 9 college students group, the sum of squares of difference in ranks for history and Hindi marks was found to be 62. So summation of di square is given, which is what? 62. And what is the value of n here? 9. What they have asked, what is the value of rank correlation coefficient? What is the formula of rank correlation coefficient? What is the formula of rank correlation coefficient? 1 minus 6 times summation of di square upon n multiplied by n square minus 1. If you do not know the formula, then you cannot find the answer for this question. Okay. So it is very important to remember all the formulas and properties in statistics. Okay. So the formula of rank correlation coefficient is what? 1 minus 6 times summation of di square upon n multiplied by n square minus 1. Substitute the values, you will get the answer. 1 minus 6 multiplied by summation of di square is what? 62 divided by n multiplied by n square minus 1. What is n here? 9 multiplied by n square minus 1. So 9 square is 81. 81 minus 1 is what? 80. Now find the value of this thing on calculator. 6 multiplied by 62 divided by 9 divided by 80. What you are getting? 0.5166 something. Okay. If you are rounding it off up to 2 decimal places, this is 0.52. So 1 minus 0.52 is what? 0.48. Which option is correct? 0.48. Option B is the correct answer. 0.48. Okay. Solve now question number 94. Correlation coefficient is 0.7. We have to find coefficient of non-determination. What is the formula of coefficient of non-determination? 1 minus r square. Coefficient of determination is r square and coefficient of non-determination is what? 1 minus r square. 1 minus 0.7 square. 1 minus 0.49. What is the answer? 0.5. Option B is the correct answer. You can try now question number 95 also. Okay, this question is also from correlation and regression chapter. It is given that x is equals to 2y plus 4 and y is equals to what? Kx plus 6. And these are the two lines of regression, x on y and y on x respectively. This is the regression line of x on y and this is the regression line of y on x. If the value of correlation coefficient is 0.5, then the value of k is, you have to find the value of k. Okay. One student is commenting Tashan from Chennai. Okay. Yeah, I am able to recall you. Tashan Doshi. I think we have made one plan to go to movie and after that, because of some reason, I have cancelled that plan. Yes, Tashan? How to solve now this question number 95? See how to solve this question number 95. X is equals to 2y plus 4. X is equals to 2y plus 4. Regression line of x on y is given. Regression line of x on y is given in question. What is the standard form? What is the standard form? X is equals to a dash plus b dash y. Okay, you can also write it as what? X is equals to 2y plus 4. You can write it as x is equals to 4 plus 2y. X is equals to 4 plus 2y. Okay, the standard form of regression line of x on y is what? X is equals to a dash plus b dash y. So this x equals to 2y plus 4, this we can write as what? X equals to 4 plus 2y. So by comparing this, we have got the value of b dash is what? 2. Okay, the value of b dash is 2. Now standard form of regression line of y on x is what? Y is equals to a plus bx. And they have given the regression line of y on x is what? Y is equals to kx plus 6. So we can write it as y is equals to 6 plus kx. What is the regression coefficient of y on x here? K. Regression coefficient of y on x is k. This b dash is basically bxy, regression coefficient of x on y, and this b is basically regression coefficient of y on x. Okay. Now we have to use the result that r square is equals to what? bxy multiplied by byx. Product of regression coefficients is equals to r square. Product of regression coefficients is equals to r square. Now put value of r as 0.5. So 0.5 square is equals to what is bxy 2 and what is byx here? K. 0.5 square is what? 0.25 is equals to 2k. Therefore k is equals to what? 0.25 divided by 2. 0.25 divided by 2 is what? 0.125. Which option is correct? 1 by 8. If you are finding the value of 1 by 8, it is also 0.125. So option A is the correct answer. Okay. We are solving now one more question from correlation and regression chapter. This question number 91 and question number 92. We are solving two more questions, question number 91 and question number 92. So first, try to get the answer for this question number 92. What they have given, when both the regression coefficients are bxy is 0.7 and byx is 0.8, then correlation coefficient between x and y is. Again, you have to use the same result. That r square is equals to what? Byx multiplied by bxy. What is byx here? 0.8 multiplied by bxy is what? 0.7. This is 0.56. R is what? Square root of 0.56. And if both the regression coefficients are positive, then r is positive. If both the regression coefficients are negative, then r is negative. Here both the regression coefficients are positive, so definitely answer is what? Positive. Find square root of 0.56. What you are getting? 0.748. Or if you are rounding it off up to 2 decimal places, this is what? 0.75. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 91. Try now this question number 91. The correlation coefficient between x and y is 0.8. If we add a number 10 in the x variable and subtract 20 from y variable, then the new correlation coefficient will be. This question is also very, very simple question. See here, we are constructing a new variable u from variable x, and this u is what? X minus 10. X minus 10 or x plus 10? Sorry, x plus 10. It is given in question that if we add a number 10 in the x variable. So from variable x, we are constructing a new variable u, and this u is what? X plus 10. And from variable y, we are making a new variable v, and this v is what? V is equals to y minus 20. It is given that we are subtracting 20 from y. Okay. You can see here that addition of 10 or subtraction of 20, this is what? Change of scale. This is change of scale. This plus 10 and this minus 20. These are what? Change of scale or change of origin? Sorry, this is what? Change of origin. If we are adding some constant in the variable, or if we are subtracting some constant in the variable, it is called as change of origin. If you are multiplying the variable by some constant, or if you are dividing the variable by some constant, it is called as change of scale. So this plus 10 and minus 20 is what? Change of origin. This is change of origin. And we know this thing that change of origin, if you are doing just change of origin, correlation coefficient will remain unchanged. Okay, correlation coefficient remains unchanged due to change of origin, but gets affected due to change of scale. There is one property which we have covered in correlation coefficient, that correlation coefficient remains unaffected due to change of origin, but gets affected due to change of scale. So here, whatever is the correlation coefficient of x and y, the same is the correlation coefficient of u and v. Here we can write directly ruv is equals to rxy. What is the answer? 0.8. Then the new correlation coefficient they have asked here. New correlation coefficient. So answer is what? 0.8. Which option is correct? Option D. Okay. Because correlation coefficient remains unaffected due to change of origin but gets affected due to change of scale. And here only change of origin is there. So whatever is the correlation coefficient between x and y, that same is the correlation coefficient between u and v. Option D is the correct answer. Now we are solving the questions of index number. Question number 96. All of you quickly read this question. Summation of Pn multiplied by Qn is what? 249. Summation of P0 multiplied by Q0 is what? 150. Summation of Pn multiplied by Q0 is 145. And Paste's index number is 150. We have to find Fisher ideal price index number. Okay. So Fisher's price index number is what? Geometric mean of Lesper's price index number and Paste's price index number. Geometric mean of Lesper's price index number and Paste's price index number gives Fisher's price index number. Paste's price index number is already given, which is what? 150. So first we have to find Lesper's price index number. What is the formula of Lesper's price index number? Summation of, what we have to write now? Summation of P0 multiplied by Q0 divided by summation of P1 multiplied by Q0. This is the formula of Lesper's price index number. Okay. In order to find Lesper's price index number, we have to take weight as base year quantity. So summation of P0 multiplied by Q0 divided by summation of P1 multiplied by Q0. What is summation of P0 Q0 in this question? 150. And we have to multiply it by 100 because index number is expressed in percentage form. So you have to multiply it by 100. Now see, summation of P0 Q0 is what? 150 divided by summation of P1 Q0 is what? 145. Instead of 1 you can also write n. Okay, I have already told you in class also that in index number chapter instead of 1 you can also write n. So here summation of P and Q0 is given as what? 145. So 150 upon 145 multiplied by 100. What you are getting? Find it on calculator. 150 divided by 145 multiplied by 100. This is 103.45. If you are rounding it off up to 2 decimal places, this is 103.45. Now Fisher's ideal price index number is what? Geometric mean of Lesper's and Paste's price index number. Lesper's price index number is 103.45 and Paste's price index number is 150. 103.45 multiplied by 150. Whatever you have got, find square root of it. The final answer is now what? 124.57. 124.57. They have not given any of the options as 124.57. They have not given here any of the options as 124.57. The nearest option which they have given is 126.9. Okay, let me check whether I have made any mistake or not here. The formula of Lesper's price index number is what? Summation of P0 Q0 divided by summation of P1 Q0. One second. I have made one mistake here. The formula is what? Summation of P1 Q0. Okay. I have made the mistake while writing the formula. Lesper's price index number formula is what? Summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. So please correct this thing. And what is summation of P1 Q0 here? What is summation of P1 Q0? 145. So 145 divided by 150 multiplied by 100. Now find this on calculator. 145 divided by 150 multiplied by 100. What you are getting? 96.67. Okay, if you are rounding it off up to 2 decimal places, this is 96.67. And now find Fisher's ideal price index number. In order to find Fisher's ideal price index number, we have to take geometric mean of Lesper's price index number and Paste's price index number. 96.67 multiplied by 150. Whatever you have got, find square root of it. What you are getting now? 120.42. 120.42. Which option is closest to this? Option C. You can choose your option C as the answer. Okay. See, the general formula of weighted price index number is what? Summation of P1 multiplied by W divided by summation of P0 multiplied by W multiplied by 100. This is the general formula of weighted price index number. Summation of P1 multiplied by W divided by summation of P0 multiplied by W multiplied by 100. In case of Lesper's price index number, what we have to do? We have to take weight as base year quantity. Okay, in Lesper's price index number, we have to take weight as base year quantity. Summation of P1 multiplied by Q0 divided by summation of P0 multiplied by Q0 multiplied by 100. Now summation of P1 Q0 is given in question. What is summation of P1 Q0? 145. And what is summation of P0 Q0? 150. So 145 divided by 150 multiplied by 100. What we are getting? 96.67. And what is the formula of Fisher's ideal price index number? Geometric mean of Lesper's and Pastis price index number. We have got the answer as 120.42, which is nearly equals to 120.62. So you can choose the option C as the answer. What is the formula of Pastis price index number? How to make formula of Pastis price index number? Now we have to take weight as what? Current year quantity. Okay. In order to write the formula of Pastis price index number, we have to write weight as what? Current year quantity. Summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 multiplied by 100. Okay. I am writing here the formula for Marshall-Edgeworth price index number also. What is the formula for Marshall-Edgeworth price index number? Summation of P1 multiplied by Q0 plus Q1 divided by summation of P0 multiplied by Q0 plus Q1 multiplied by 100. Okay, in Marshall-Edgeworth price index number, we have to take weight as arithmetic mean of base year and current year quantity. Okay, in Marshall-Edgeworth price index number, the weight is what? Arithmetic mean of base year and current year quantity. Okay, what is the formula of Fisher's price index number? Formula of Fisher's price index number is geometric mean of Lesper's and Pastis price index number in square root P01L multiplied by P01P. Okay, there is also one more thing, Walsh price index number. See, I am writing here the formula of Walsh price index number. I am writing here. What is the formula of Walsh price index number? Summation of P1 multiplied by square root of Q0 Q1 divided by summation of P0 multiplied by square root of Q0 Q1 multiplied by 100. Okay. In Walsh price index number, we have to take weight as geometric mean of base year and current year quantity. Okay. And there is also one more price index number which is called as Bowley's price index number, or you can say Dorbish-Bowley price index number. Okay. What is the formula of Dorbish-Bowley price index number? Arithmetic mean of Lesper's and Pastis price index number. P01L plus P01P divided by 2. Lesper's price index number plus Pastis price index number whole divided by 2. So these are the formulas which you have to remember. Okay. In question number 97, what they have asked? We have to find index number using simple aggregative method. What is the formula to find price index number using simple aggregative method? Summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 multiplied by 100. Okay. Here, what is summation of P1? Add all these figures. 120 plus 200 plus 400. What you are getting? 720 divided by, what is summation of P0? You have to add now all these figures. 80 plus 220 plus 300 is what? 600. 720 divided by 600 multiplied by 100. What is the answer? 720 divided by 600 multiplied by 100. The final answer is 120. Option B. Question number 98. Question number 98. From the following chain-based index number based on 2015, find out new chain-based index number for the year 2022 by shifting the base year to 2019. Okay. If you remember the formula, fine. Even if you do not remember the formula, you can get the answer by using this method. See here in this table, which is the base year? In this table, which is the base year? 2015. Why? Because you can see here that the index number of the year 2015 is what? 100. Okay. And the index number of the base year is always taken as 100. So year 2015 is the base year. Okay. Now we are shifting the base year to what? 2019. We are shifting the base year to 2019. It means now we have to take index number of the year 2019 as what? 100. And we have to find now index number for the year 2022. Okay. After shifting the base year to 2019, then we have to find what is the chain index number for the year 2020. Now see how to solve this thing. I am writing here 120, 120, and this is what? 150. When base year was 2015, okay, when base year was 2015, at that time index number of the year 2019 was what? 120, and index number of the year 2022 was what? 150. 120, 150. Now base year gets shifted to 2019. So index number of the year 2019 is now what? 100. And now we have to find the value of this question mark. Do the cross multiplication, you will get the answer. 120 multiplied by question mark is equals to 150 multiplied by 100. Question mark is what? 150 multiplied by 100 divided by 120. 150 multiplied by 100 divided by 120. What you are getting? 125. Which option is correct? Option A is the correct answer. 125. Okay. If you want to use the formula, you can use the formula, or you can also get the answer by using this method. Okay. Now see question number 99. Question number 99. The prices of commodity in the year 2015 and 2020 were 50 and 60 respectively. Price relative of 2015 on 2020 is. See how to find price relative. If we have to find price relative of 2015 on 2020, how to write this thing? See, here this 2015 we have to consider as base year, and this 2020 we have to consider as current year. Okay, price relative of 2015 on 2020. So what is the price in the current year 2020? What is the price in the current year? 60. First you have to write 60 divided by, what is the price in the base year? What is the price of the commodity in the base year 2015? 50. 60 upon 50 multiplied by 100. 60 upon 50 multiplied by 100. What you are getting? 120. Which option is correct here? Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Price relative of 2015 on 2020. Price relative of 2015 on 2020. It means you have to write price of the commodity in the year 2020. First you have to write price of the commodity in the year 2020 in the numerator, divided by price of the commodity in the year 2015 in the denominator, multiplied by 100. Okay. This will give you 120 as the answer. Question number 100. Chain index is equal to what? What is the formula of chain index? Okay, they have directly asked here the formula. So chain index is what? Link relative of current year multiplied by chain index of previous year whole divided by 100. Which option is correct? Link relative of current year multiplied by chain index of previous year divided by 100. Option C is the correct answer. All of you have understood this thing? So with this we have completed all the questions of index number also from this paper. Okay. Most of the questions you can find here that are from set A and set B questions. Okay. If you have not completed yet set A and set B questions of statistics, please quickly complete solving all the questions of set A and set B of the statistics chapters, because around 25-27 questions they will ask directly from set A and set B. Okay. And don't skip any of the property and formula in statistics, because most of the questions in statistics are straightforward questions. If you know the formula, if you know the property, then you can get the answer in very less time. Okay. With this we have completed entire questions of statistics. I think in this question number 99, okay, question number 99, I have made mistake. 1 second. The answer is not 120. What they have asked here, price relative of 2015 on 2020. Price relative of 2015 on 2020. What we have to do? Sorry, this question is little bit tricky. They have asked price relative of 2015 on 2020. In numerator, what we have tried? Price of the commodity in the year 2015 divided by price of the commodity in the year 2020 multiplied by 100. Okay. In this question they have not asked index number. This question they have not asked index number. What they have asked? Price relative of 2015 on 2020. Okay. So what we have to do? In numerator we have to write price of the commodity in the year 2015, and in denominator we have to write price of the commodity in the year 2020 multiplied by 100. What is price of the commodity in the year 2015? 50 divided by, what is price of the commodity in the year 2020? 60. 50 upon 60 multiplied by 100. And what is 50 upon 60 multiplied by 100? 83.33. Which option is correct? Option C. Okay. If they would have asked here price relative of 2020 on 2015, then which option is correct? Option D. Okay. If they would have asked here price relative of 2020 on 2015, then which option is correct here? 120. Okay. But here what they have asked, price relative of 2015 on 2020. Which option is correct? Option C. Price of the commodity in the year 2015 is what? 50. And price of the commodity in the year 2020 is what? 60. So 50 upon 60 multiplied by 100 is what? 83.33. Okay. So with this we have completed statistics questions also. You can try the questions of statistical description of data and sampling by yourself. All these questions are also very simple questions. You can try these questions by yourself. I have already given you revision notes for all the chapters of statistics. Use those revision notes and try to get the answers for past year paper questions. Okay. I am winding up this session for now. You can practice now questions by yourself. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask on the Telegram channel discussion group, or you can also ask your doubts on my WhatsApp number. Okay, the number is displayed on the screen. My WhatsApp number is displayed on the screen. You can ask your doubts on my WhatsApp number also. Okay, for now, I am winding up this session. If possible, I will take one more session in the morning. Okay, all the best for your exams. Don't panic. You have studied properly for the exams, and I am sure that all of you will score high marks in the paper. Definitely will be able to score 80 plus marks, 90 plus marks also. Okay, provided you don't get panicked in the examination hall. Okay, whatever you have done, that is sufficient, and that much preparation will be enough to score 80 plus 90 plus marks in the exam. So don't get panicked. What you have to do now, quickly revise all the chapters of statistics first. Okay, what should be your approach now? First, you have to revise all the chapters of statistics from my revision notes. You can use my revision notes to quickly revise all the chapters of statistics, so that all properties, formulas you can remember. Okay. After that, you can revise the chapters of business mathematics. You can revise all the chapters of business mathematics also from my revision notes. After that, if it is possible, you can solve some more questions from the past year papers. Okay, only if it is possible, then only solve more questions from past year papers, or you can see questions of statistics from set A and set B. Okay, in each of the chapters they have given set A, set B and set C questions. Set C questions are not that much important, but you can try set A and set B questions of each of the chapters if time permits. Okay, and even if you have not solved it, but if you see all the formulas and properties of statistics, you will be able to get the answer of the questions which the ICI will ask in exam. Okay, all the best, and enter the examination hall with a positive mindset, and I am sure that all of you will be able to score good marks in exam. Okay, bye bye everyone, and see you after tomorrow's paper. I will take a quick paper review, and I hope that each one of you will be able to get good marks in the paper.